Welcome to Behind the Claw. So last week, if you were watching, or well, you probably we don't do it live, so you weren't watching. So we were off last week through no fault of our own. There was an internet outage, and so 31 minutes into our game, my computer went dark, and it's kind of hard to play a game when the game master has no connection. And so we waited for Comcast to get it together, and they didn't. And so what I'm going to do for this week is I'm going to go ahead and just splice that episode, that 31 minutes, into the front of today's episode, and that way, you know, you didn't miss anything. Honestly, you probably didn't miss much, anyways. But that was the start of last week's game, so that will be spliced in. For a quick refresh, well, actually, it is described at the beginning of that video, so I'm not going to do a quick refresh. I will just go ahead and splice it, and we will pick up where we left off.
Nobody ever wants to fuck Pluto.
I know.
He's not a planet anymore.
Yeah, he's not a planet anymore. He's been fucked enough.
Yeah, been dead, downsized. Poor Pluto.
Been laid off.
He's an info. That's very sad.
Yeah.
Welcome to Behind the Claw. We will be picking up where we left off last week. These guys are learning that they're the getting into the start of this merchant cruise of the Scander is kind of a slow burn. They're starting to kind of feel their way around, and they're learning their position and learning the boundaries of which there are few boundaries of which they can operate in. And they are kind of branching out. They've had they had the chance to do some trading last game. They were able-bodied negotiators, and so they were able to secure 80 tons of, I wouldn't say inferior grade, but lower than what is usually coming out of the Sword Worlds grade cobalt. And they have created a new market on Spume for parts and whatnot for common industrial machines. And so they have been successful. One of the things that did come up at the very end of the last session was that Cody's character mentioned to the port authority or the administrator that part of the deal was that if they find any information that they think is either strange or of value, to contact him. Well, one thing that you have to realize about that, though, is, I mean, you guys are getting ready to leave, and so there's no such thing as faster than light communication. So anything that he might want to find would have to be sent along via a messenger boat. And so, an X boat, yeah, they have a pretty long jump range. But no matter how far you jump, it is always 1 week in jump space. So any information that you get, at minimum, is going to be a week behind. And I want to say that an X boat usually has I think they're one of the fastest. They have J5, J6. So up to about 5 parsecs, anything that you get from them will be a week old. After that, however, now you're talking about something that's 2 weeks old. And the further out you get, the older this information is going to be. At some point, by the time that information reaches you, the question really has to be, is it even pertinent? No matter how important it was at the time, it's already 3-4 weeks old. That crisis has done past. It's gone. So that's something to keep in mind. There is no faster than light communication. So, having said that, we will go ahead. We will be picking up with them closing out anything that they want to do at the last minute on Spume. Before we get started, we would like to mention that we do have a merch store via Zazzle. We've got hoodies and t-shirts and buttons and beer steins and whiskey rocks glasses and wall maps and fleece blankets. There's all sorts of neato stuff on there. It's all swag from Greenwater and our games, and 100% of the proceeds from that store goes back into our channel. It helps us cover things like the cost of Roll20 Pro or Incarnate, and all the little minor subscription costs that gang up on us at the beginning of the month. And so, if you want to help us make those ends meet at the beginning of every month, jump on over there and get yourself a t-shirt, and we really appreciate everything that you do for us. Okay, so you guys have you shake hands and are leaving the administrator's office at the Port Authority. You feel pretty confident about everything that you have accomplished here. I mean, truth be told, there's not much. There really isn't much going on at Spume. And you get the feeling like that Magnus Sundstrom sent you out with this this checklist of things to do, kind of like this is a test, a chance for you to get your feet wet, and he wants to see how well you're going to do with it. Before leaving port, is there anything in particular that you want to do? Oh, you're going to pick up a case of generic water. Yeah, you can do that. Yeah. In fact, I would think that you could probably get a case of generic water for like 20 credits. Having said that, Zard is going to go get a case of generic water. Is there anything else that you guys want to do in port before packing up and leaving?
Well, in old Scandinavian culture, in many ways, a child was not considered an adult until it had done its first raid. And the thing is, it takes a pillage to raise a child. I'm not suggesting we pillage. I'm just monologuing. Now, there's nothing I want to do.
Okay. What about Faye?
I gambled and I won, so I'm feeling fantastic. That's good enough for me.
And Casey?
No, nothing in particular.
Okay, what about Zerzi?
No, I mean, I have information on one potentially odd ship, and I hope that this trade deal doesn't get me in the shit with the captain.
No. So you guys get back aboard as Vart brings his case of generic water, and you come back aboard. In fact. No, you guys did pretty well. Everybody except, well, we'll do this separately. So everybody except for Faye, roll 2D. That's pretty good.
Got 7.
Okay.
I got a 10.
You got a 9.
Got a 9. So, actually, you all did pretty well. Sorry, I'm calculating where you guys are at with that.
Oh, we got reputation points or something.
Yeah, esteem and satisfaction, and so
Hell yeah!
as you guys make your way, or you're through the ship, you guys, Magnus Sundstrom is pretty impressed that you were capable of not only did you create a repeat business opportunity, and he's perfectly fine taking a bit of a loss on the cargo that you sold, because it's going to generate future income. And that future income may not actually be profitable to him, because this is his last voyage. But that's not what this entire trade mission is about. It is about creating more trade opportunities for the Sword Worlds, and so a future merchant ship that comes out of Narsil is going to come this way, and they will have an opportunity to sell parts and perhaps more common industrial goods to the people of Spume. And so you created that. In addition, you purchased this 80 tons of cobalt, and while it's not the highest quality cobalt, it can be sold and probably generate a profit for Skander itself. And so no, he's quite impressed, and because the profit, or because that cobalt will generate a profit for Skander itself, the crew is quite impressed. You actually performed better than anybody else on the crew on this. Faye, and Zerzi, you go ahead. You of course tell the captain and Magnus about SJ8901.
While we're there getting congratulated by Magnus, I'm going to make sure and speak up for Faye. Faye was able to do reconnaissance in the gambling circles and get valuable intel on part of what we were able to go. She was the one that found out important information.
Yes, she did.
And
so
and then I also want to, while we're kind of privately with Magnus, I want to inquire if the ship has hidden storage compartments or anything. Just clarifying that we have no interest in illegal or illicit or smuggling type of things as we go. Realize some of these places might have different laws and ideas on what is actually good or bad. Pot's legal in one state, but the other state will lock you up for 30 years for it. So smuggling compartments aren't necessarily meaning that we're smugglers. That's all I'm saying.
Not really.
Okay.
These are the cargo holds. Anything that's number 10 is a cargo hold. And pretty much they are wide open. Now, having said that, there isn't a merchant ship made ever anywhere that doesn't have a bunch of little nooks and crannies that you can stuff things into. I want to say that the standard concealed cargo compartment, I want to say, is a minimum of 1 ton. It might be more than that. It might be 3 tons. But anyways, even 1 ton of concealable space isn't much. It might be considered quite a bit on a tramp freighter, like a far trader or a free trader or even a subsidized merchant. But on a 4,000 ton merchant vessel, 1 to 3 tons that's nothing. Like I said, if there were very small amounts, and we're talking far less than 10, there are numerous places that you can stash stuff behind service conduits and maintenance hatches and things like that. If you want to get inventive, there are ways to do it, but it's going to be far less than what you would normally do with a concealable. So no, the direct answer is no. We don't have any smuggling compartments or concealable compartments. The indirect answer is that there is always some space to tuck things in.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, we could create it if needed. I guess I was really just trying to figure out where his head is on this. I mean, if I see somebody else buying, contraband and want to bring it on the ship, I mean, now I know that he has this specific idea. He doesn't want that shit.
Yeah,
so
no,
I can snitch them out and get satisfaction.
Magnus is all about keeping everything above board. He not only does he consider his entire crew to have a reputation to maintain, he of course has his own reputation to maintain, and he doesn't have a reputation of shady dealings. Everything that he does is up and up.
That's important information for us as crewmates to know.
And so he kind of the scout ship SJ8901, he kind of waves that off, and he says, well, it's not that unusual for private parties to hire out these scout ships, surplus ships from the Imperial Scout Service. Frequently, I mean, the behind the Beowulf class free trader, the Suleiman class scout is probably those are the two most commonly found ships anywhere. They are chunked out by every shipyard everywhere, especially shipyards that are on a main, meaning that there are many worlds within a single 1 parsec jump. There are free traders that are shit out constantly, and they all have, if not identical, very similar deck plans. The same thing goes for Suleiman Scouts. The Scout Service has built so many of them. In fact, the basic design of the Suleiman Scout has been turned into the Seeker class mining ship for small mining operations of a crew of at least 1, maybe 2 people. So, and with a jump 2 capability, that makes the Suleiman desirable for small crews, up to anywhere from a single pilot up to a crew of 4 or 5. So it's not really that unusual. He kind of waves it off. It sounds like it seems like that ship was a privately owned vessel, probably conducting any number of scout details for a corporation or a private trading concern. His only thing is, he says we'll probably never see it again, but if you do, keep track of it, and that's about the most that he can say about that. Faye, go ahead and roll 2D.
10.
Wow. Okay. So, in your case, Magnus is impressed that you took the initiative to go off and contact other ship crews that were in port, and kind of hang out with them and drink with them and gamble with them, using that as a cover to get information. Essentially, you got most of the same information that everybody else got. without having to do a whole lot of work for it. And I mean, you used your own leisure time to do it. So Magnus finds that impressive in and of itself, and the crew finds it impressive that you were able to go basically use the video poker machines in the generic bar and grill as your own personal ATM. And so they are quite impressed with that. In fact, several of the crew members are like, "Oh, the next time that we're in a port and if there's any gambling, we're going to go hang out with Faye because evidently she's exceptionally lucky." Of course, most of the crew probably don't know Faye's background, so maybe she's not as lucky as they think. But this worked out for her this time.
Yeah.
So. Who wants to make a? First, you get clearance to leave Spume downport. Who's going to make the? Well, I'm sorry. Holger, you need to make a piloting plus dex check.
That'll be an 8.
Okay, except you're still rolling with.
It's got the Boone Bane dice.
Yeah, but isn't there a switch for that?
No.
I gotta wait to see Will. He knows where it is.
Right.
It's not worth getting rid of.
Yeah, I know there's a switch for it. Let me
Yeah.
look at your character sheet again. See, I never play, so I don't.
Right. That's what I was gonna wait on Will's because he
knows where all this.
He
shit
does
is.
this. Yeah, it'd be like a 3-minute thing at most on Friday.
Yeah.
I've looked and I've not found it easy.
Yeah. I remember seeing it before. Yeah. Anyways, yeah. On Friday, remember, we'll ask Will, and
Yeah.
and we'll figure that out because I know there is a button for this to turn it on and off. But I will say this right off. So the character sheets, the only Traveler character sheets that are available, were not made by Mongoose, and I fucking hate them. I do not like these character sheets at all. I will just come right out and say it. I hate these character sheets. They are overly complicated. They don't do what they should do. It should be very simple. And I really wish Mongoose would come in and do what they did with Paranoia and a couple of others. And just give me a character sheet that looks like the paper sheet. Just bam.
Okay, I figured it out.
You did.
Okay.
You did figure it out.
All right. In the upper left-hand corner, you'll see settings, a red plus sign. Click it. You'll see role behavior. Go from legacy to put on prompt. And then click the minus sign.
Yeah, that's not what we're talking about. I mean, I see what you're saying.
Well, no, that makes it so the Boone Bane thing is optional if you roll.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, there it is. Thank you.
Yep.
Sweet. Awesome.
Thank you very much.
You did find it.
Yeah.
So you got a 10, or you got an 8. So you lift off with no major problems. I mean, it's a easy 6+ check. You lift off from the downport, and you are making for orbit. What speed are you setting for the 100 diameter jump limit? It's completely at pilot.
It's wide the fuck open.
Okay, so you're going full.
Mir's monstrous offspring. We're fixing to get there, baby.
Famous last words.
Yes.
See, I thought we'd go leisurely because there was no hurry. Shows what I know.
Well, if you drive fast when it's time to go fast, you're in the zone. And if you normally drive slow and it's time to go fast, you're not used to it.
Fair enough.
Okay. So you open her wide up. Who is going to make a astrogation check?
Oh, that's probably me again. With
Or is it you? Who is it? Do you have it?
I got 10.
Okay.
Oh, if you wanted to do it, you could, but
It's
I've
okay.
got 1. Yeah,
Well, that's
I've got
better.
1, and my I get +2 is a total DM on it.
While you're doing that,
That's
give me 1 second. I'll
reasonable.
be right back.
Yeah, I'm Holger, the fucking bridge bitch.
Yeah, this is where I'm quiet. I don't do anything on the ship.
Yeah, want to buy me a big ass tiara?
No, I
It says
don't.
fucking bridge bitch. Hell yeah. Have like some pink fluffy letters going up that says bridge bitch. That kind of
Nice.
with little springs, so it
I'll get
swings
you a
around as
little,
it
like,
moves.
neon sign that goes next to your little captain's chair or your
Yeah.
pilot chair.
Yeah. Some fucking big pink fluffy dice hanging from the console.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
I don't do much to help here either. We probably ought to spread the skills out over time.
Aren't you the comms person? Isn't that what you're doing right now?
Sensors.
That's sensors, but that's not
Censoring.
necessary for traveling.
Yeah. Your sensor. Well, it's important when we show up. I mean, and
That's
if we get
true.
into combat, you're our missile defense system.
That's true. Yeah.
Okay. So you are making the astrogation check. Astrogation checks generally take a little bit of time. But, I mean, you've got time getting to the 100 diameter jump limit. Probably about 8 hours. No, about 4 hours at thrust 2. And so you guys are settling in, kind of securing the cobalt that was delivered. And who wants to make a engineering power check?
That'll be me. Let's see. 11.
Sweet. And last but not least, after 4 hours, you make it to the 100 diameter jump limit. There's no incidents that happen. Who wants to make engineering J drive?
I think that is also me. I think I'm the engineer again.
You get a +1 to that check.
Okay. That is 10.
Excellent. And you are set to jump. You enter jump space headed for Condaria.
Nice.
Shrink that down just
Ladies
a
and
little
gentlemen, the captain has turned on the smoking sign. If you would
bit. God.
feel free to move about the ship and enjoy your week of jump space.
Remember the late 70s, early 80s, where you
Oh.
could get a martini and you could smoke a cigarette in your seat on the plane? And there was,
Oh.
in coach, there was actually
Oh.
leg room. God,
I've
it
been.
was a
I just got
fabulous time to
finished
be alive.
watching. I just got finished watching Duster on HBO Max, and it's like in the late '60s or the '70s, and they're smoking everywhere
Oh,
in
dude.
the hospital, talking to the doctor, be
Yep.
like, "Yeah, doc, what you doing?"
Yeah.
And, oh my God, they're
Yeah. It was like Vegas.
yeah, they're in Arizona, but same shit.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, we're
they're-
in Vegas, where you can smoke a cigar in the elevator, and you can take your drink and walk out of the casino and walk down the strip with a drink in your hand. And when you finish it, you just set the glass down on like a newsstand, and they got little pole jumpers that go up and down the street picking up glasses for the. Oh God, I love that. I love that town. Anyways, and so
And since we're in jump space, I opened up a can of generic water.
okay, so you are in jump space for a week. What are you guys doing for the week?
I am studying deception.
Okay, so you're moving about
studying.
this ship, practicing lying to people.
Yeah, that's pretty fun.
I'm just
I'm
gonna
gonna-
carouse.
Okay, you can add a week to carouse and a week to study for deception. What is Vart doing?
Studying electronics.
Okay, you get it to add a
So
week
I-
to that,
So I can add someday be comms.
right? Yes, good idea.
he wants to be he wants to be a bridge bitch too.
Yep.
Hell yeah.
Bridge bitch.
Hey, and I'm walking around with my long blade.
Of course, what is Holger studying or doing?
I am trying to persuade people to do random things.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about Zerzy?
Brushing up on my diplomacy.
Says you're probably in your stateroom down here, and you're practicing your diplomacy, practicing your oratory skills in front of a mirror, critiquing yourself.
If there's time to do like a single task during the week
Oh, there.
sometime, I would like to grab probably my boy Casey and ask him if he'd like to go sweep around the cargo bay and see if anybody stashed anything anywhere.
Okay.
Sure. Yeah, I'll be happy to help.
Okay. I don't. Art's probably drinking his water. So we'll just go straight across. So, aside from your week of study, Svart, what are you doing in particular? Drinking generic water, and studying. What are you doing? Well, anything you do right now will just send when you go back online. You may want to stop doing anything important. Ugh. Hold on, I'm having a Roll20 connection issue. Give me 1 second here. Okay, so you guys have made your jump. Let me see if I can remember what you guys were doing.
Me and Casey were going to investigate around the cargo hold and stuff, looking for hidden
Correct.
compartments where someone might be smuggling something on our ship and stuff.
Okay, so
And I would like to speak to everybody but our alien.
you want to? You're trying to get a group together to discuss something.
Oh yeah. I only had one day of introduction to aliens.
Right.
And I have questions about this. What is it, John Donnie?
Jodani.
Joe Donnie.
You're
And also I want to talk to him about him asking me to protect him
okay.
and see if that's normal or if he talked to them or
Okay. Let's go ahead and start off with Holger and Casey. So you guys, the first question I have is that there are 3 cargo holds. Where are you starting? So let's see, you are on deck 3. This is deck 2, and then this is deck 1. Where would you like to start?
What do you think, Devin?
I was thinking we'd start at the bottom and work your way up,
Okay.
Sounds good.
whichever one that is.
Yeah.
I'll be over here down on deck 1.
All right.
So, I mean, you guys are in jump to what's the name of this place? Condaria, and I mean, you're going to be in jump for a week, so it really depends on how much, um, how in depth are you going with this investigation, this search?
Well, I mean, I have some mechanic skills, so I'm thinking that and maybe investigation, or any of those. I want to, I'm thinking if we go around and look for panels and stuff,
Right.
that if the screws and the bolts are more stripped and scratched and shit, that would make me think they get accessed more, and so I mean that might be a sign of somebody using a void in some place to do it.
Mhm.
Okay.
And I'm thinking I'm sorry, Devin is the engineer, right?
Right.
And so I mean he would know, well hell, that's the fucking backbone of our whole power supply goes right through here. That's why these ones are,
Right.
So,
Right.
yeah. So I mean I'm thinking together we would make a good investigation team to, I mean, if and nobody might, I mean, there might not even be nothing. I don't know. So I mean, but I'm like, if there's a hidden compartment that someone is, smuggling dope or something, I mean,
Right.
we would hopefully find that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me
Yeah.
take a look. Oh man, this thing's got a lot of cargo space.
Yeah.
1,576
Yeah.
displaced tons of cargo is
Uh.
that's I mean, even for a week, like a lot of people, and this is partially the fault of how they put this down. They don't usually say D tons. It just says tons. And so a lot of people think, well, 1,576 tons isn't that much. No, it's 1,576 tons that is displaced in liquid hydrogen. That's huge. That's a lot.
Mhm.
So yeah, I mean, even a week is going to be is going to take some time.
Well, on another note of that, now I'd like to point out that I have several terms in as basically being a guy that
So
does,
who has
I did
investigated?
patrol.
Which
I've got to investigate.
okay.
I think Keith might too. I mean, Devin might too. I don't.
It's Casey. Yeah. So I don't.
Casey,
I
damn
don't
it.
have investigate.
Sorry.
But do you have mechanic?
All right.
I do have mechanic.
Go ahead and make a mechanic plus intellect check.
Okay. Wow. 12.
Well, there
That
you go.
is pretty good. So then, Holger, you can make an investigate plus intellect, and you get a plus 2 to that.
All right. 9.
Okay. So, scoping out, it takes you. We'll see how far you get here. Oof. It takes you 5 days going through Deck 1's cargo hold. This cargo hold mostly holds 400 tons of common raw materials, ingots of metal, things that are, stacked, high in cargo containers. It also has another 400 tons of the common manufactured goods. And these are all down here on Deck 1 because that's
Easy access.
easy
baby.
access on Deck 1.
Yeah.
Most of this stuff. The other thing about this particular cargo deck, you'll note that right here And here, those green lines means that will open up to the outside. And I pay close attention to the deck plans now because in the prepping for this game, there was, at some later point in the future, there is a ship, and it's offered, and I'm looking at it, and I'm like, well, yeah, that's great because of its jump range, but it sucks because it's got a really small cargo hold and no exterior access. You have to carry it into the ship and go down an internal elevator shaft to load anything. So it's, if you're carrying a cargo case that's bigger than the shaft, it ain't going in the cargo hold. That's a problem.
Right.
And so I've had to, and I'm still looking things over. But yeah. So the reason why that is important on deck 1 is because and this is partially true for your next stop in Condaria, is that Magnus Sundstrom has already brought it to the crew's attention that when we get to Condaria, that we will be preparing for a show. And what he means by that is that he wants everybody to be dressed in smart uniforms. He wants security detail pretty much at these particular doors. And, of course, any access to other levels of the ship. Because he's going to open these doors up and let people just come in and shop. And so this is one reason why these are the materials that are on deck 1's cargo hold. He wants the big flashy items, like the consumer goods, to be quickly seen. And then he also wants, for obvious reasons, he wants some of those raw materials to be available and seen as well. And so, but you do find something. You find that there is a stash. What is 17? It's all red, so it must be something important. Oh, it's part of the unrep system. Nope, it's not. Well, I mean, it is important. It is, yeah. So this over here is the unrep system, which is essentially a mid-air fueling retanking situation. It could be fuel, it could be water, it could be. Usually, it's not going to be water because your engines will already take care of that. But it is a resupply point, and so. Obviously, on a ship like Skander, it's not going to be used very often. I mean, maybe in an emergency situation, it might be used, but in general, an unrep on a merchant cruiser, it feels to me like almost a waste of space. And so it's not used very often. And over on this unrep system, you do find a little cubby hole that is between the two of you. You are able to find some screws that seemed stripped. Now, one thing to note is you don't find a whole lot of these types of noticeable scratch marks on screws and whatnot, because the ship has been refitted. But that's not to say that every single nut, bolt, and screw has been replaced. And you don't know if this was stripped out from before or recently. It's hard to tell. But you do find in there that there is when I say small, I mean it is a maintenance hatch. Very small, just big enough that Casey might be able to worm in the top half of his body to do some work. I mean, it's tight fitting in there. And you find that inside of this hatch, there is a small crate.
Oh, wow. Should we open the crate or should we take it?
Well, yeah. We should open the crate. I mean, it could be fucking comic books left over from somebody that was just reading comics during their lunch breaks during the retrofit, for all we know.
It's hash
It's all
Oh,
hash.
corn, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah. Ziploc baggies of marijuana
Yeah.
and Hiver porn.
Does it look like it would be hard to open the crate? I mean,
No, there's no lock on it.
yeah.
It was just
open
hidden.
the crate. Yeah.
So
Let's open it up.
you pop this thing open, and you find that inside there are. I need to look at my map.
Now the question, Casey, is now that we found this, well, if do we keep this for ourselves? Do we turn it in? Do we just leave it alone? I mean, leave it alone sounds like
it is.
yeah. I bet it's old Morgan's lost gold coins.
Right.
An ancient tale of a leprechaun that used to jump from ship to ship, leaving gold treasures for people to find.
So inside you find 4 bottles of Denebian whiskey. Expensive stuff. Probably
Oh, nice.
200 credits per bottle. And that's if you bought it in Deneb. Which you're not too far from Deneb, but there's going to be the price goes up the more parsecs it has to travel to get to you. So it's retail in Deneb it's 200 credits. It could be worth anywhere from 400 to 600 credits out here. You also find that there is a hand computer tablet that is password protected, and it appears to be encrypted. And you find a leather pouch filled with 1,000 Imperial credits, not soldats of the Sword Worlds, but Imperial credits.
Imperial credits.
Okay, I think very much at the very beginning, right here, is that both of us in our inventory should add 500 Imperial credits. Let's start with that, okay?
I'm cool with that.
All right.
Let's see if we can hack into this computer.
Oh yeah, let me contemplate on the skills that I may or may not know. I do not have
computers.
You do? That is.
Dang.
I have one in computer with a total of 2. Maybe we can do a task chain and run a train on this motherfucker.
You could do
Maybe.
a task chain.
Yeah, let's try it.
So,
all right.
I mean, the first bit, of course, is going to be doing a you got to crack the password. So you're gonna have to do an infiltrate.
Right.
Did either one of you go software shopping?
No.
Software shopping. No.
Okay.
No, I'm not even sure if I have a computer in my possession. I do. I have a TL10 computer in my possession. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know.
Can we tell what TL level this computer is? This tablet?
And can you move our character icons to exactly where we've discovered this crate, where we're kind of
we're
like right over there?
Yeah.
All right.
So, just getting to the login screen, it is much faster than Holger's portable computer. Is about the best I can tell you. It's also very light and thin.
So this is probably much higher TL level.
Right. Are there any signs of any triggers or anything on the hatch that may? When we opened it up, that may have triggered?
No.
Okay. Well, let's give it a shot and see what happens. Maybe if we,
Go ahead.
Explode it.
Go
Yeah.
ahead and make a computers plus intellect check, -4.
-4. Got 12 with that.
Wow. Okay. Okay. So Casey's able to mess around with this thing, and he's able to get past the login, and he is logged in, but it is still everything is encrypted and requiring an encryption key.
Oh,
What
wow.
Nord's blessed waters is this?
Yeah, really.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'll try. Is it another computer check?
It would be it would be another computer check. You would get a plus. Let's see. So it would be computers plus intellect -2 because
-2.
Casey was able to get in so well.
That's an 8.
You are not able to decrypt this, but with an 8,
Yeah.
you do see a name. You see a series of names come up, and one of them, in the encryption, you can tell that all of these names seem to be attached to the top primary name, and the top primary name comes up as a crew member of Skander, one Kurt Avas.
Fucking Kurt.
You need to go snitch on him.
So, as a reminder,
Okay.
Kurt was during your first couple of weeks, or during your first weekend jump. Sorry, I'm brain farting on names here. Zerzy was the one who met Kurt in the common area, and Kurt drew his attention because Kurt is adept at not being noticed by anyone.
Oh, that guy.
He's what intelligence operatives or those in the diplomatic corps refer to as a gray man. He looks like
I don't think
everybody
we
else.
know about him though. We haven't talked to Zerzy about him.
Yeah, you may not know about him, but this is who we are talking about.
Interesting.
I mean, we've already looted the money, so I mean, we're gonna get found out by this guy. As soon as he comes back, and he's gonna know that someone came here.
Yeah, I think we should.
Well, hold on. I have an idea. I'm just. The only reason I'm interrupting you, not let you spit your idea, because I know that you don't know that I have cameras and recording devices.
No,
That's
I
true.
don't
You
know
haven't
that.
told him that. Yes.
Yeah. So I'll be like, God, my Loki swinging stack. I've got fucking cameras and fucking devices prepared to. We could watch this area, and drink this fucking shit with our friends. I think there's this crazy chick on the bridge, man, and that fucking weird fuck, the diplomat dude. That don't do shit. I mean, I don't know. I fucking try to tell him to sneak, and I want to know what's up with that guy. And then we got that other dude.
This is quickly turning into a
with-
paranoia game.
with the fart name, let's call Fart and fucking Zuli and fucking Faye. Let's get drunk on this shit, and then plant these cameras. And then when we find out who fucking got in here, we'll turn them into Magnus with this tablet.
Okay.
So let's put the crate back empty.
Right. Good call.
You're taking the 4 bottles of whiskey, the portable computer, and the 1,000 credits.
That I don't know what 1,000 credits you're talking about.
Okay, so you're putting you're putting the empty crate back in and screwing the faceplate back onto this.
That's correct.
Okay.
Right.
And then I have small cameras and motion detectors and stuff. They record holographically. They're
Okay.
TL10, but so I guess like like on the top of this crate right here,
Okay.
kind of just facing there, and then maybe a couple of them to give me a couple dummies, like where God,
Where do you
I
want
don't
to
want
put
to get
another
it
one?
on that wall. I'm looking. Let's put it right here, so that way we have like if it's got a wide angle on it or something, I can cover all 3 points. The other camera, this and that.
Okay.
And I'll set that up, and then I'd like to call, our friends that we've been kind of fucking hanging out with, and we just want to fucking like have a party, just us
Okay.
right here, and drink this fucking whiskey
You want to have it right
and
here in
get
the
to know.
cargo hold, or
That'd be fucking kind of cool, We just act like we're playing
Do right
cards
here.
over here. Yeah, we'll hide out right over here, just in these crates, just drinking and trying to be quiet. And if this motherfucker shows up while we're here, we can observe them,
so like down in these
and they'll be
crates
okay.
down here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Great party.
So yeah, we know this fucking crazy chick from the fucking a bridge, and the fucking the mystical old man, and then that young dumb kid.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
All right.
So
It's happening.
like I
But we
said,
need some people to tell good jokes while we're getting drunk.
it took you guys about 5 days of searching that one cargo hold and going through everything to find that. Meanwhile, during that 5 days, or at some point, so Zvart, you kind of come over here into the big central common area, and you said you wanted to get a whole bunch of the crew together, except for Zerzy, because you don't you now. Zvart would probably know a little about Jodani. I don't necessarily know that every citizen of the Sword Worlds would know everything there is to know about the Jodani. What you do know is kind of like, generally kind of like the United States and Canada. I mean, Canada is not bad guys, you know. and
Oh.
and you know that the Sword Worlds has a really good had a really good relationship with the Jodani consulate. And I would imagine probably the most that you know, being your young self, probably knowing very little about politics, is that in the past 4 frontier wars, which this goes back a long time, but in the past 4 frontier, or well, not 4, I'd have to look up to see when the Sword Worlds Confederation actually became the Confederation itself. But it is known that all of the worlds of the Sword Worlds in all previous frontier wars, more or less in one way or the other, sided with the Jodani. In almost, and I want to say in every case, in every single one of these frontier wars, what you also know is that the Jodani were the aggressors. Now, just because the Jodani started the war doesn't necessarily mean that they were entirely wrong. You also know the other side of the story is that the Imperium thinks of the Jodani as being almost bordering on magical, that they read everybody's mind, that they have secret police that walk around their cities making sure that people are thinking happy thoughts. The thought police kind of situation. From what you know, that's all Imperial propaganda. That that's just not the Jodani that you would know. So you would know the very basics about the Jodani consulate. I need some names. So you pull together a crew, or some of the crew.
Yeah.
Interacting with the crew.
Oh yeah, he's gonna have a meeting about a conspiracy, and then we're gonna invite him to come down and get drunk with the guy that he's been.
Right.
Yeah, it's gonna work out great.
It's actually
So-
not a conspiracy.
So
My major thing is he asked me to protect him and be his bodyguard. And I want to talk to you guys about that.
so of the people that
Did
show
he
up,
ask you? Did he ask you?
so of the
Is this
people that
normal?
show up, Kurt Avos is there, and he wasn't really like he wasn't really on your list of people being invited. He's kind of sitting at a table over by himself, kind of listening and every once in a while looks up from what he's reading. Also, the people that have come in, there are some other crew. Asmund Jensen, who is even slightly younger than Svart, and he's another one that is young and eager to prove himself. There is Gregor Strand, who drinks a lot. Even by Sword World standards, he's a renowned drinker, and he's got a bottle of mead that he's drinking on. And then there's Sven Forsberg, who has been gaining a reputation as being fastidious and meticulous and very neat and careful in his work. And he immediately stands out because every time Gregor sets his bottle of mead down, he picks it up, and because the bottle is cold, it's sweating a little bit. You see that Victor reaches, or not Victor, Sven Forsberg reaches over with a towel and wipes up the sweat from the bottle underneath, and kind of clicks his tongue like "stop making a mess" kind of thing. And so you ask these guys if any of them have been asked to be a bodyguard. Make a persuade plus social check. Oh, I need to, and actually before you do that, I forgot to open up my little notes file, which may mean that you get a bonus. It says that Sven, or Svart, yeah, you get a +1 to that roll. Oof. So
I don't have persuade.
yeah, they freely admit no. We haven't been asked to be a bodyguard. And Gregor takes a big pull and he kind of pushes the bottle over towards you, Svart, and he says, "So, if he asked you to be his bodyguard, is he going to offer you any money?"
I don't know. He didn't offer any yet.
And he goes, whatever. And Sven wipes up the water on the table, and he goes, well, I mean, from what I understand, from what I've heard, scuttlebutt around the crew is that this guy is, he's some kind of noble. He's some kind of prince among men, as far as the Jodani are concerned, and that must be a great honor to be asked to be his bodyguard.
Well, I'm just wondering. I went through in high school. We went through and had that 1 week of introduction to aliens, and we had one day, 1 hour on Jadani. So I don't know a whole lot.
So I don't know that you would. I don't know that you would think of him as an alien. Jodani. So, and this might be good for Cody too. So, 300,000 years ago, from year 1105 by the imperial calendar. So we're talking way back into prehistoric Earth. The ancients came and they picked up Homo sapiens, and they for some reason went and seeded them throughout the galaxy. The first set, of course, I don't know if they were first, but we'll start there. The first set was the Villani. They dropped these humans on Vland, and those guys really got the shit end of the stick, because The planet that they dropped on, first of all, was uninviting. The environment was crap. None of the food or none of the animals or the vegetation was adaptable to human physiology, and so the Volani had to come up with this elaborate cooking regime that almost borders on like mystical. It's like there's some prayer and cult like stuff that goes involved in order to make the food edible. And the third problem with the planet, aside from being a pile of crap with no food, is that there were thinking machines on the world. And the ancients left them there and then said, okay, bye. And the machines that were on the world were actually originally a part of they were controlled by the ancients, but then when the ancients left, the machines started to get more and more totalitarian, and there was a big uprising. And so to this day, I mean, the Volani obviously they won because now the Volani are the Third Imperium, and I mean, there was this big uprising, and to this day, AI, thinking machines, all of that shit is verboten in the Third Imperium. They don't want any of that crap, and really that lesson has held over to some of the other races. There was the next group was the Jodani. They placed them. Their planet was equally shitty. It was hot. It's dry. It's a desert world, I believe. And the weird thing there is that they were kind of toyed with by the ancients, and it awakened more of their psionic potential in the Jodani. So they're humans that have been, I guess, psionically uplifted. There were other things that the ancients did. There are other small human enclave. The Darians were seeded. They came out on the top end. In fact, they screwed themselves over. They did an experiment and accidentally caused their own star to go nova.
That'd be
Yeah, they seeded a whole bunch of them. They uplifted dolphins and seeded them in places. They did all this shit, right? And so I don't know that you would necessarily. The Sword Worlders were from Terra, Germanic, Nordic explorers from the I want to say pre-Soleimani Confederation. I believe it was the Terran hegemony, and they were out here on old Jump One or even slower sleeper ships that ended up here in the Sword Worlds Confederation and kind of built these worlds for themselves. This is one of the reasons why you have what in the Sword Worlds you have what is known as the metal worlds. There's Mithril, there's steel, there's iron. There's all these worlds that are named after that. And then mixed in with that, you have a lot of worlds that are named after characters from Lord of the Rings and J.R.R. Tolkien. And so that's why. It's because those people came and immigrated from Terra. So I don't know that you would look at Jodani as an alien, per se. He is human, just like you are.
okay. Weird.
Right.
You can call me an alien. It's okay. It's okay.
So I talk to these guys and go, do you think this Jodani is reading my mind? Or messy?
Oh, yeah. So Sven, who is cleaning up, he looks at Gregor, and Gregor takes the bottle back and takes a big swig, and both of them just start nodding and in stereo go, oh, definitely, Jodani read everybody's minds.
Oh, damn. Thank you, guys.
I'm sorry, says Svart. Then throughout the 5 days, you get an invitation from Holger and Casey to come down to the Deck 1 cargo bay, and they just tell you, hey, we're having a little get together, a little party. Why don't you come on down here, hang out with us?
So I head on down.
Okay.
I just want to say right now, because we're having the party and we might end up ambushing this guy with, I have my stoolie with me, just kind of on my side.
Okay. You're now down here. And while the 5 days are going on, what was Zerzy doing other than the obvious studying that was going on? What's Zerzy doing?
Probably just kind of getting used to the crew. It's extremely different compared to what I'm used to doing. I'm used to being dinners with diplomats.
Yeah, I'm not even sure that you're used to this much space travel. I mean, I think at some point in your career you changed. You went to another diplomatic embassy. I think that's probably likely the most space travel that Zerzy's seen. And so, you've been on what amounts to 2 trips, one to the other embassy, and then you got kicked out. And so now you ended up all the way over here in the Sword World. So, yeah, this is probably your first time as crew on a ship. You're trying to get to know the rest of the crew, right?
Yeah, so being a noble, I kind of keep wanting to, I feel like my station is near the captain and he can use me for many good things, but it's like I'm not here as a captain's person, I'm here as a crew, so it's a very internal battle between do I hang out with the people who are in a sense noble like me, or do I hang out with these non-noble people who I have had to get accustomed to living with and hanging out with?
Go ahead and make a... I imagine you probably don't have this, so you might be at a -3. Make a carouse plus social check.
I don't have carouse.
So go ahead and roll social -3. So you roll 2d plus your social modifier and subtract 3 from it.
Modifier -3, you said?
Correct.
I got a 5.
So you're kind of over in one of these common areas because this is, these are kind of there are these 2 smaller common areas that are mostly set up. If you've got the big main one up here, but then down here, these are kind of areas where crew will stop for a meal break, or maybe grab something to eat before they go to bed or whatever. And you're having a hard time. There are a couple of crew. There is Ivar Mard, who is a big, loud guy who works as a cargo loader. There is Benedict Rapp, who seems to be he hangs out with Ivar, but he's the complete opposite. He is quiet and thoughtful. Usually he sometimes when Ivar does something particularly stupid, he can be prone to enthusiastic outbursts. And you meet Nise Wenger, who says that his grandfather was a famous yachtsman, and he goes on to tell endless tales of boating exploits. And he can be both kind of amusing and irritating at the same time. And those 3 are all kind of gathered together in this small mess hall. But you're not able to really... You're a part of the group, but you're not really engaged with the group. You can't really tell. You can tell that if you were to just step away and walk out, nobody may even notice that you were gone for a good 5 to 10 minutes.
Okay. Yeah, I listening to them and kind of thinking. My only thoughts now are currently on this sale we're supposed to be having on the ship, um, and trying to think of ways that we could potentially make even more money than what we should in a legal way,
Make
not
make
something
a
criminal.
make a just roll 2D and add your intelligence to it. Okay, you got it. So you're kind of listening to these guys talk, and they're they're really not talking about anything important or particular, and certainly nothing to do with the mission. But so you start thinking about what Magnus said about Condaria. You do know a little bit about Condaria, and the fact of the matter is, there's not much to know. The biggest thing to know about Condaria is that and let me show you a map, because this is kind of somewhat, I don't know if important is the right word, but it is interesting at the very least. Here it is. So this is Condaria. Whoops. I mean to turn Skander into an egg. There we go. So you've got Condaria right here. Condaria is 1 parsec, parsec being about what, 3.62 light years. It is 1 parsec from Darien, which is the capital of the Darien Confederation. And yet, you will notice that Condaria is not in the light blue as the rest of the Confederation is. This is because Condaria is considered an independent world, which that, in and of itself, kind of stands out. It's interesting that they are this close to the capital, but yet they are still independent. You know that it has a thin, tainted atmosphere, and there's plenty of water on the planet. Beyond that, you know that it is primarily an agricultural economy, and they have a population of around 90 million on the planet. It is overwhelmingly, the people on Condaria are overwhelmingly of Darian. I don't want to say species. Darian extraction of humans, and they have a typical Darian culture. They are, oddly enough, though, so Darian itself, let's see, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Wow. So Darian, the capital, is listed as having an almost nearly impossible tech level of 16. The highest that the Imperium has reached is 15. I want to say the same is true for the Jordani consulate. Yes, the Darians reached the lofty goal of hitting tech level 16, and then accidentally, in an experiment with this high technology, blew up their own star. And that kind of crashed their civilization pretty hard. A lot of people died when your star goes nova, but they were able to claw themselves back, and so they sit at a fairly comfortable tech level 14 or 15, with some TL16 items that come out. On the opposite end of that, you've got Condaria that doesn't even have a starport. They have what is known as a Class E starport, which means that they cleared out some ground and maybe laid a concrete slab for a ship to land. And then they have about a tech level 5 existence. It's not like Condaria is getting anything by being independent, other than, I guess, their freedom. But that most of their agricultural product goes to Darien. They ship it off world to the capital, and that's how they make the bulk of their money. Beyond that, you find it hard to fathom why Magnus Sundstrom, other than using Condaria as a jumping off point to go to Kardin, you find it hard to believe that he's really putting much stock in sales at Condaria.
Okay.
All right. And then you get a call from Holger and Casey inviting you down to Deck 1 cargo hold to kind of hang out and grab some drinks.
We're gonna call it the Ravens Roost. This is our little club.
Yeah, all right.
You know? Yeah. This might be where we meet for the whole adventure, you know. Hang out and talk stuff. And
Very strange, but I suppose I'll go and see why we're meeting in a cargo hold.
Right.
you know,
Well,
You're gonna come slum with us.
You will soon find out. Oh, it's because
I'm
we
definitely having my laser pistols on me.
we don't want to share this stolen liquor with anybody else in the crew, especially the guy we stole it from.
Right.
So Faye, you are on the bridge. Aside from studying and whatnot, what are you doing?
Is there like a lot of food, or is it like rationed out
Oh,
to keep us from eating too much?
There's
That's
enough
sweet.
stops, and Magnus Sundstrom is big on making sure that his crew is properly fed. I would think that probably at every stop he probably takes on some fresh supplies. So pretty much the common areas are open. You can eat whenever you want, drink whenever you want.
That's great.
He keeps a supply of, probably generic brand beer and generic brand mead. It's not the best, certainly not the worst. It's just kind of generic.
Well, I'm eating a lot and resting a lot. Life's pretty damn good right now.
Yeah, I mean, you've got a job, you're getting paid, you're not. You don't have your memories back, but you're not stuck in a low berth. So.
Yeah.
So you're eating, probably taking a break, eating. Is there, aside from that, anything else that you're planning on doing?
No, my thing I was training in was deception, so I'm talking to a lot of people and making up a lot of stuff. So that's using up time pretty well.
Do you have deception at all?
I have. Let me see. Deception at 0.
Go ahead and make a deception plus intellect check.
Oh shit. Okay. I got 8.
Okay. So you come up with some story about a ship that that you encountered, in the past. That you were taken aboard as part of a pirate band, and you were, held for ransom, and the reason why you were held for ransom is because you had convinced these pirates that you were some princess of some world that they'd never heard of before. And the crew, and I need to find my crew names. Here we go. The crew that is listening to this ridiculous tale is eating it up. You meet Frederick Winter, who is prone to sudden leaps of abstract thought and can create surprising solutions to a problem or distract him, or he creates a solution that ends up distracting him from the job. Yeah. You meet Abella Oscar. Oscar Abella. He likes to wrestle and is constantly grabbing Frederick like in a headlock, and Frederick doesn't necessarily like that too much. But Oscar likes to wrestle, constantly seeking opponents for a friendly bout in the gym. He objects to anyone betting on any boxing matches because, they can go either way. And you meet Hiv Rasmussen, who is prone to severe headaches. He has a headache right now, and especially after jump emergence, but he still loves space travel. So this is, and this has come up numerous times in my Friday night game. So if you read the Starship Operator's Manual, which, if you haven't read that book, I highly recommend it. It's not crunchy, math and whatnot. It just tells you essentially what life on a starship is like. It's a great book. But there are some people. So the theory is that every jump drive, if it is perfectly attuned, nobody will suffer any ill effects either in entering or leaving jump. There is no such thing as a perfectly attuned drive. I mean, this is what can happen. This is what's supposed to happen on paper. Never happened in reality. And so you have certain people that will get nausea or a bloody nose or a headache entering or leaving jump space. And it seems that HIV is particularly prone to that. And so he's just one of those poor individuals. When Faye meets up with him, he's just getting over his headache from the entrance into jump space. He just kind of, every time somebody brings over a bottle of mead or whatever, he kind of brushes it off and kind of turns pale. Like if he drinks right now with a headache, he's going to get sick.
Oof. He was not made for this life, for sure.
Yeah, but he will argue that he loves space travel. He absolutely adores it. He loves going to new worlds and, killing new people. Absolutely his favorite thing to do.
This tastes real good here, Holden. What is it? Holger. What is this we're drinking? It's pretty smooth.
Well, we're not drinking it yet. We're waiting on Faye to see if she.
So yes, Faye, as you're sitting there, kind of eating and kind of chit chatting with the crew, you get a personal comm message on your mobile comm from Holger and Casey, inviting you down to cargo hold deck 1.
Well, as long as it's nothing creepy, I'll go.
Hey Faye, we got this low berth that we moved down here. Come on down.
Yeah.
So this happens towards the end of the 5 days, and you all gather. The rest of you show up, and here's Holger and Casey, and they have kind of found an area, secluded in between these stacked cargo containers, where they can kind of not be seen visually by people that come into, come down this lift tube right here. Of course, there are security cameras in the cargo hold, but it's not like the bridge crew spends a whole lot of time watching the security cameras of the cargo hold, and it's not unusual for crew to be working down here, moving things. So, what are you guys doing?
Drinking.
I was like, hey guys, look what we have, and we'll start busting open these fucking high-end Deneb.
Yeah, these are like 200-year-old bottles of Denebian whiskey.
Where did you get those at?
Who cares?
Yeah. Well, we found them.
Can I read his mind to see if he's lying?
Yeah, certainly.
For me.
I'm steadily pouring shots out on this little card table we've got sitting back here. They're like, this is a Raven's Roost, and someone was smuggling this shit.
Yeah, Zerzi, you can go ahead and make a telepathy plus psi check. And that'll take about 30 seconds.
I think I'm doing it right.
Like this. Well, it doesn't.
Oops, that was teleportation.
Oh
But
yeah.
it would have been the same roll anyway. Actually, no, it would have been 3 higher than that.
Okay, so yeah, you read his surface thoughts. He's not necessarily lying. They did just find it, but you also get the thing that they went searching for it. But you can read his surface thoughts. You know that it was stashed.
I'm just gonna look and just say, is it wise to borrow without permission from other members of the crew on the ship that we're stuck on?
Well, it was legitimate salvage, my friend. Pour him a shot.
And what if that salvage happens to be the captain or the owners?
Well, why the hell would the captain, the owner, hide this shit? It's not like it's fucking side juice or fucking something or fucking like endangered whale cum. It's fucking Danubian whiskey. Never fucking hit.
So somebody hid 4 bottles of whiskey, and that's they hid them.
Yeah.
I'm sure they
I
were
don't
going
know.
to drink it too.
Yeah, I've got cameras set up on the hidden spot, and if we just hang out and enjoy this whiskey, I'm kind of hoping he shows up and we can ask him.
If they did such a bad job of hiding it, then basically they're asking for people to take it.
I thought it was just a tip. Just a tip.
You said he, so who owns this, if you know?
We don't know that we know, but we think we have a clue based on stuff that are you with computers.
So you found some sort of computer thing along with it?
Well, I don't know.
Look, you should just be honest, so I don't have to read through your mind. It's not a fun place to read.
So you were reading my mind. Does that mean that I only have one testicle? It's like a golf club when I get hard. Like a big wood,
There are some thoughts I don't even want to have.
Okay, well, that's the
But
kind of stuff I think about, big guy, out there.
I'm not going to rat you out, but
rat me out.
I said I'm not going to rat you out, but I just want to know what are you getting into?
Well, we're going to find out.
Yeah, that's the plan here. Is we're going to find out.
Yeah, we are fucking around, and we're about to find the fuck out. That is our strategy here today. But the person that had this put away in the that we're smuggling.
Are you going to tell them that his name comes up as one of several names, but at the top of the list is Kurt Avas?
Yeah.
Tell him that, or
no, I'm gonna let Casey make fucking decisions on what all we're telling.
Sure, I'll be happy to tell Zerzy about this Kurt. It was something like Kurt something. Are you familiar with the Kurt?
Kurt Kavas?
Kurt Avas.
Kurt.
Oh yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah.
He's kind of. I've only met him once. He's a sneaky fellow, but a good fellow from what I was able to deduce.
Oh.
But I mean...
Well, if he's sneaky, then maybe he'll sneak up on us, so maybe we should be keeping an eye out.
Yeah.
It would be better to have a sneaky person on your side than against you, is all I'm saying.
Oh, well, you're an accomplice now, friend. Pour him another shot.
I'm still not drinking anything. I'll just stare at you.
So this is really. Go ahead.
And I say, this isn't meat, is it?
No, it's like water.
So you should know that as a Zodani noble, I'm unable to make any kind of insane crime. I think it's insane crime. Essentially, thievery and stuff is beneath me. I cannot ever be accused of it.
We're not stealing. These are smuggled goods, and
just saying,
smuggled goods that are being. I've spoken to the captain, and he said that he wants to run a strictly dickly ship. And I'm telling you, people that are smuggling shit with strange fucking encrypted devices are up to no good. And so we're gonna drink his whiskey because that's what the fuck you get when you try to smuggle on this ship. I mean, it's not like I'm going to shoot him.
No, I don't. We don't need to shoot any
Yeah.
crew.
I am going to shoot him though, but it's going to be with my cameras. Ethical
Yeah.
hunting. You know what I mean, guy? Here, have a shot.
There are some who I shouldn't be drinking with, and a alleged finder of things, I'll be nice, is not one of those I should drink with.
Well, the thing is that you signed up for Sword World's crew, and now you're hanging with Sword Worlders. You're fucking wiping your ass with our fur toilet paper. You know, you gotta join in. I mean, we're people of action, and what we're doing is we are policing the crew for our captain and having a drink in the process. And then I'll hand one to Fart. You know, here goes Fart, and hand him another shot. I'm trying to. We've got these 4 bottles that we need to get rid of the ethical way.
So you're under orders from the captain to search the crew for hidden things?
So the orders from the captain to make sure that there's no smuggling going on, and this was clearly a smuggling operation.
So this is the first time that the 5 of you have really had a chance to. I mean, aside from your interactions on the last world that you were on, Spume, this is the first time you've actually gotten together because you really didn't know each other very well when you signed on to the Scander.
Mhm.
And so this is kind of your first bonding chance. You know,
Well, we went to that little way station, whatever, and
Yes.
bought a bunch of their fucking low grade bullshit cobalt.
right, but that was
But, you know,
that was work. This is your first chance. Like, you can actually tell each other
yeah.
some of your backgrounds and what you did before getting here, kind of situation. I don't know
Oh, yeah.
how much you want to tell one another. I mean, you can keep some of your background secret if you like.
I'll tell him that I've spent several years with fucking Graham Patrol, not Graham, Narsil Patrol, and you know, and I assure you, on any one of those ships, that any wrong ill will we might have for drinking this whiskey will be covered up by the glory that we get for catching a fucking smuggler on our fucking ship. Now have a drink and share the glory with us, son of a bitch. Graham.
How
So
much?
you're
No, go ahead. I mean, I was going to ask, how much is Zerzy telling the others about your background?
I'll tell him after I ask him this question. I'll give him a little backstory. So you're saying that you're gonna be hunting the smuggler. What are you planning to do to them if you know who it is?
I'm gonna ask him questions,
I'm gonna
and I'm
eat
gonna turn
them.
him. I'm gonna
Eat
ask
them?
him questions, and then we're gonna arrest him, and we're gonna have the captain come down here, and we're gonna show him all the evidence. And if it's fucking timed right, it'll be on the last quarter of the last bottle when we pull this shit off, so we can all share a shot with the captain as we turn this sumbitch in. Just we don't have enough evidence to convict. We got to have more.
Yeah.
Well, if justice is what you seek, someday you can help me with my justice and get paid a lot of money for it.
We sure fucking like money there. I think I speak
Well.
for all of us.
I was
legit
robbed.
now. Oh,
Legit, I was robbed of over 1 million credits. Potentially.
damn, man.
3 3 assholes, we'll say, caused me to not only lose my job as a counsel, which is the 3rd highest job you can have in the government, but made me lose all of my benefits I was destined to earn within a year. Yeah, I've got some ship shares and stuff like that, which those could be valuable, but I wanted the money because I wanted to retire happy. Instead, I'm riding around in this clunker with you all, and I will say, as far as clunkers, I'm assuming how clunkers, I've never rode in one, but you guys aren't too bad. Entertaining, at least, and scary in some ways.
This
and
is reminding me
funny
of
in
that
others.
episode of Firefly. Losa? Skander's not Losa.
I mean, we've got running water and everything. What you talking about? It's high class. Shit. Just joking.
Well, I'm being purposely vague about my situation, and I'm doing it by asking other people questions about theirs. And most people love to talk about themselves.
That's true.
So this probably won't even be noticed. But I'll learn a lot about everybody, and they'll learn almost
But
nothing about me.
You're
That's
drinking
my
a lot,
plan.
though. You are drinking with us.
Not a ton, but yeah. This is, I mean,
Yeah.
it's good drink, so.
Well, I mean, we've got to kill these fucking at least 3.5 of these bottles together, friend.
I can't be doing that. My goodness.
It cleans
I will
out
be
the
nice
I'm
colon.
to
training
have
in
one drink.
carouse.
I mean, even for me,
Oh.
4 bottles of 200-year-old whiskey is a lot for 5 people. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna get through one, maybe.
I'll tell
Yeah.
you what, I will drink one small drink.
Hell yeah. Because, we'll be back here tomorrow and maybe the next day where we got to catch the son of a bitch.
How about Svart? What are how much about yourself are you letting people know? I mean, not that there's really not a whole lot to know about Svart. Like, didn't you spend some time in the patrol as well?
I was a cop for 4 years.
Yeah. So I mean, you and Holger have something in common there.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
And
And he knows what he means.
That's essentially all you're telling them. Is like, yeah, I was a cop. In the
I even made sergeant.
Gosh.
Impressive.
One of my friends decided to call me home one night, and he got a little too close, and one of my people I was investigating ended up trying to shoot me and got my friend instead.
Oh my.
Oh, that's a terrible thing of luck right there, man.
What about Casey?
So I was a senior scout. I was a scout for many years and made senior. During my many years as a scout, I encountered several situations where I made some enemies, but it's okay.
I mean, as it is.
It just happens.
Such is life.
Such is life.
True.
So
If
you guys wait out doing your drinking. Nothing occurs. Nobody comes to collect anything from this stash. The entire week that you're in jump.
Whew.
Oh, damn.
Are you leaving your cameras set up, or? I mean, 'cause they'll send you a wireless feed to your portable computer.
Yeah, I guess I'll do that. And
I gotta go back to my cabin and study for comms.
We should tell Magnus what we found.
Okay.
Right?
Can we hand over the computer?
We can. I mean, anything's going to end up to him anyway. At least this way we get it on record, and we can have a drink with him.
Invite him to have a drink with us.
Yeah, we'll take it when we report, and we'll just pour some drinks. I'm gonna fucking share this whiskey with everybody I find.
Okay.
You take a couple bottles. I mean, just until the fucking mystical god that runs our universe tells us we're out of this shit, we ought to just keep drinking it.
Okay. So
and share it with everybody but this ghost guy.
Is everybody going to go to talk to Magnus about this, or is it just Casey and Holger?
I don't really care about this, so no.
Okay.
Go ahead, you guys.
I'll wait in my estate room unless I'm needed.
Okay. What about Svart?
I go back to my cube, my bunk, and study comms.
Okay. So Casey and Holger,
but I fall asleep.
Yeah. If I had $1 for every time I did that in college, I'm going to go to a gig or it'll let me study better. And cram 2 hours before the test. So Holger and Casey, you go and you meet you knock on the door of Magnus's office, and he lets you in, and he says, "Oh, what can I do for you?"
Well, I'll look over at Casey and like, we found a hidden compartment with a crate in it.
Oh, tell me more about this.
Well, while I tell my story, why don't we have a drink?
Make a persuade plus social check.
Oh shit! How do I have persuade?
You can add a +2 to that too.
Okay. So my social is 10, so that's +1, and then the +2 that you're giving me will mean just a naked roll, and that's a 5.
He's like, no, I don't want your booze. Just tell me what it is that you found.
Well, part of it was this 200-year-old whiskey from Deneb that we're drinking, and this
this computer
device, we open it up, it's all encrypted, but it looks fucked up. Why is that in its stash? We've got that place on camera right now to go see who accesses it.
So he looks it over and he says, "Indeed, this is encrypted." He says, I see Mr. Avas is at the top of this list of names."
That is correct.
He sets the computer down and he kind of leans back and he says, "I figure that those are probably his aliases."
Oh, that would make sense.
Yeah.
And he says, "Shut the door. I'm going to let you
I'll
in
shut
on
the
a
door.
piece of information." So first of all,
Poor Casey drink. Getting drunk on this.
both of you roll 2D.
Oh, here we go. We're gonna get spaced.
You're snottered.
Okay.
8.
You both got 8. Okay.
Yeah.
Both, I hope.
So he says, first I want to start this off by saying that I am impressed that the two of you took the initiative to hold what I said to the crew to heart and to search out for this for any criminality. I want this ship to be up and up. But in the case of Mr. Kurt Avas, I am already aware of some of his possible transgressions. And he says, you see, Mr. Avas is a part of naval intelligence for the Sword World.
Ooh.
And
he's going to be pissed, Captain.
And he says, well, I don't have any love for the Navy or the intelligence community because they have time and time again ignored the warnings that I've given them. He says, but I'm aware that Kurt is a part of naval intelligence, and is this trip, this Skandersvik, served his purpose in getting to another location. That's the only reason why he signed on to my crew. And I am aware of his inclinations, and as we have a rather unspoken agreement, as long as he doesn't get in my way, I will not get in his.
Well,
Did we get in his way?
He says, "Well, I'm sure that he's going to be upset when he realizes that his computer is missing, and probably wherever you got that liquor from." He says,
we got it from him. It was in his stash. We're drinking it.
He says, "Well," he goes, "the odd thing is, I have never known Mr. Avast to be much of a drinker. He was probably going to use that to sell or to prod information out of certain individuals. He's probably going to be rather upset, but his problems are not mine. I'm aware of his situation. But I do commend both of you for taking it upon yourselves to make sure that the crew is on the up and up. We want this to be as legal of a run as possible."
Well, thanks, Captain. If it's all the same, I'm gonna go retrieve my cameras and then start sharing this whiskey to all my friends in the crew to help raise morale.
Okay. So he says, "Sure, it is how do you say, finders keepers. Perhaps Mr. Avast should have hidden his stash better."
That's right.
Well,
yeah.
if he was
from across the ship.
if he was a solid crewmate, he would have told you he needed this stuff and brought it on. But that is the game. That is the spy game, if I'm not mistaken. And he got spied.
That he did.
Spy. Yeah.
And so you leave Magnus's office, and about another day and a half goes by, and the ship's virtual crew software announces throughout the ship that jump emergence is impending.
Sweet.
I guess we'll go to our stations.
Or Hib.
Yeah.
And you come out of jump into...
I gotta go put my cloth armor on and get my gun.
Yes, you come out of jump in the Condaria system.
Nice.
Pretty busy system as far as planets go. Not overly busy as far as ships go. Whoever wants to can make an electronic sensors plus intellect check.
I think I'm on sensors, aren't I?
That's your dig.
Yeah.
8. That's the number of the night.
Okay. So you do standard procedure. You send out a sensor ping, and in system, you do detect that there are a couple of ships. The first thing that you pick up is that there is a patrol corvette, a Darian patrol corvette, in orbit over Condaria, and they immediately hail Skander, welcoming you to the system. There is then a follow-up of a number of transmissions to other worlds around the system, basically to other Darian naval ships. And when this happens, Magnus kind of laughs that the Darians are making sure that we are aware that their navy is here. The other ship that you pick up is named the Bowman Calypso. It's a subsidized merchant. Seems to be a commercial freight hauler. And it's making its way to Condaria as well.
That's cool.
Uh,
And before you ask, I'm going wide the fuck open.
oh, you're making best speed for Condaria, and so Magnus tells the captain that he says, "Well, I would like to make a couple of passes around the world, get some good sensor data, update topographical maps and the like." And so the captain relays that information to Holger. Holger, you can make a piloting plus dex check.
Right on. Right on. Spacecraft, here we go.
Okay.
6.
Yeah, you put them in. You just glide into an orbit, and you guys spend probably the next 72 hours orbiting Condaria. And this is the world data that you pick up. So this is Condaria. As you can see, again, this is another world that appears to be tidally locked. But they're not wrong in the description saying that they do have plenty of water. They do. It is in these narrow bands between the baked lands and the desert and these frozen ice caps. But to give you some direct knowledge about it. Oh boy, that's not what I wanted.
Well, there's a lot of cities.
Well, yeah. They also claim that there's a noble estate here, and I again, these maps I'm not, and it also says there's a starport. There isn't. We'll get to that. So it is technically a Class E starport, which means starport.
You park on the ground.
Yeah, it is a frontier starport. There is so all of these cities have their own area for ships to land. This is technically the largest city, but more specifically, so to learn a little bit about the world, the size, we are looking at about 8,000 kilometers. They have surface gravity of about 0.45 Gs. So there's going to be a spring to your step. Atmosphere is thin and tainted. Filter mask is required unless you are acclimated. Surface pressure is between 0.43 and 0.7. Depending on elevation. I don't believe that's correct, but maybe it is. Probably closer to about 0.5 here at the ice caps. Hydrographics is 66 to 75% water, so technically it would be an Earth-like world, except that a lot of that water is trapped in ice caps.
Big ones.
Big ones, yes, very big ones. Population is about 90 million. Government is an impersonal bureaucracy. Ruling functions are performed by agencies that have become insulated from the governed citizens. So, yeah,
wow, just like here.
You're right. Yeah, it's kind of like, yeah, it is what it is. Law level. Wow. How can you? Oh, no. Law level is 9. Everything is banned. No weapons, no armor is allowed. Everything's illegal. And then, of course, they have a tech level of 5. Is that right? No, wait. How can you have a law level of B? It doesn't go that high. Yeah, everything's banned here, and they probably have laws on how to properly fold laundry, and like it's a pretty strict environment. But coming in,
Which direction the toilet paper goes?
Yeah, right. Which direction the toilet paper roll is which is proper, and you can be fined for doing it wrong. So yeah, they have a pretty stout law level here, but you're seeing that the bulk of Condaria really is spread out. That they're in the ice caps they have agrodomes that are set up that are magnifying what light they do get from the star and growing vast crops, and you see this everywhere. The whole planet is pretty much nothing but agricultural. Only in these temperate zones do you see that they are, growing crops out in the open. Everywhere else, they're under agrodomes. And so, Sunstrom tells the captain, "Take us down to the largest city. We'll go ahead, and I want everybody." And he claps his hands. "I want everybody in sharp uniforms, and make sure that we have armed personnel in deck 1 cargo bay. We are going to be putting on a show." So,
All right.
Holger, you can make another piloting spacecraft plus Dex.
Since I'm not leaving the ship.
Well,
since I'm not leaving the ship, can I wear my cloth armor and have a weapon?
You can, Magnus Sundstrom actually pulls all 5 of you. He calls you specifically to his office, and as just after Holger sets you down in this small city, and Holger sets you down perfectly. It basically is nothing more than a large concrete apron, and there's a loading gantry that is kind of pushed up against it, and you don't see anybody. There's no beacon. There's no gathering from a ship coming down. You see a grain truck show up and offload some grain into one of the silos. That's the most that you see, but Sundstrom pulls you into his office, and he says, "I want the 5 of you to do a separate task for me." He says that about 600 kilometers, is that right? 600 kilometers? Well, maybe as the crow flies. Over here, he tells you there is a small town in the equatorial band, in the temperate zone, called Onarin. I want you to take one of the shuttles, and I want the 5 of you, to head over there and see if there's any business to be done. There's a few thousand people that live over there, and I feel that you have proven yourselves to me thus far. I think that you can do so now again for me.
All right.
Well,
yeah, hell yeah. I'm gonna take those empty bottles of Danubian whiskey.
Okay.
That I've been sharing, and I think Casey's been sharing them too. I don't know. He might have saved his. He technically could have one or two if he wanted, I guess. But I'm gonna remind him, like, let's take these empty bottles with us, and we'll ditch them. We'll ditch them out here at this bullshit town we're going, dude. And then that
Right.
evidence will be gone.
Good plan.
As you wish, Captain.
But yeah, in answer to your question, I'm going to drive the shuttle very fast.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm a better fucking small craft fucking pilot than I am a spacecraft. I got my bread and bones on small craft. Why? Back in the days, I used to do the fucking cow saw run in 3 fucking clicks. Like shooting wombats.
What is this wombat you speak of?
Oh, they're these fucking cute little fucking fuzzy creatures with big front fucking teeth, and you can scratch them. You know, you can hug a wombat. I think they're marsupials.
Marsupial.
Why would I?
That
So-
could be a rodent. I'm not a doctor, man. I'm a fucking pilot.
So this is the stats for the Tagel class shuttle that you will be taking.
Hell yeah.
And so, I mean, it is mostly cargo space. There is a dual cockpit. Of course, there is Holger and Faye in the cockpit, and you can equip yourselves however you like. But keep in mind of the law level here. So, what's Holger wearing and bringing?
Man, I'm just gonna take the body camera off my cloth. I could wear my cloth armor and it'd be okay, can I?
All armor is banned. All weapons are banned.
Well, then I'm gonna follow the rules, and I will just put on my body cam
Okay. What
so I
about
can record it all.
what about Zerzy?
Is a protection suit allowed? It's armor, but it's supposed to be like fancy suit. It's like a fancy suit that has armor like weaved into it.
Probably would. I mean, they would have to make some kind. They would have to know that you're wearing a protect suit. You know what I mean?
Okay, yeah, I'll just have that on like as part of my like turban and everything else, and
Okay.
my robes and all that.
Okay. Probably got like a little shoulder cloak and over your.
I look fancy as fuck, and then
Yeah,
I also have to
right.
wear the mask.
Right. Right. What about Zvart?
I'm just wearing my ship suit.
Okay. You're wearing a ship suit. Faye.
All I have to choose between are protect suit and vac suit, so I'm choosing protect suit.
Okay, so you're getting all snazzied up as well. And what about Holger? Or not Holger? What about Casey?
I assume I have some like nice clothes. I think I'd like to dress up
Okay.
a little bit.
Okay, so yeah, you throw yourself together a little bit. I mean, you could wear a Scander ship suit, which would be fine, or you can dress a little bit better than that. It's up to you. So you guys make your way over to Anaran.
Are we bringing cargo with us of any kind? I mean,
Yeah, that's a good
if
question.
we're going over, yeah.
What is
If
something
so,
they would be in need of here?
well, we have some of those industrial parts, right?
Yes.
We
Indeed.
could bring some industrial parts and some of the luxury goods.
Wombat car.
Maybe air conditioners here too
Yeah.
Yeah.
for half
Yeah.
the planet, and then
Yeah, I mean, you've got industrial goods. Let's see, this thing, it has
How much
60
room does
tons of
it have?
cargo space.
60?
60.
60. Wow.
60 D tons of cargo space.
I
Right.
would
And
think-
what? Yeah, we'll bring some of that cobalt shit.
I mean, to tell you how
You
much
know.
cargo space, the whole thing is only 80 D tons. So,
Yeah.
more than 2/3 of this thing is just taken up with big cargo space.
Well, then, I mean, we definitely ought to fucking, bring a good mix of things to show what
Yeah.
we have and try to off it with, considering our broker.
Well, one of
Without the
the
broker
purposes is
skill.
to have samples, right? So we
Yeah.
should have a little bit of everything, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can take a little bit of everything. Uh,
Why don't we take 5 tons of everything?
Let me see. You could probably do that. Off the top of my head, that sounds doable.
Not sure we'll sell any of it, but
Mhm.
If we're going there anyway and we're trying to establish
10.
stuff.
15, 20, 25, 30, 35. Yeah, I mean, that's only 35 tons worth of stuff. and you could even bring some of your cobalt with you.
Yeah.
So yeah, that would bring it up to an even 40 tons. Okay.
That's good. Yeah.
So you, Holger, go ahead and make a piloting plus Dex check. Small craft.
All right. How about a 9?
Okay, and you're driving it like you stole it, right?
Fuck yeah.
Okay, so you hit thrust 4 and rip on out of this this small city, town, over in the ice caps, and head towards the town of Onarin. Of course, after you get out of the ice cap region, you do start to come into more verdant fields, that open grasslands and whatnot that have been taken over with farms. And you can see that you can see on the horizon you are coming upon the town of Anarin due to this large tower here. And you set down again. There's nothing more than a concrete apron and a loading gantry, and you can see that there are a number of buildings about. There's some local markets and whatnot. Everybody kind of looks up. They see that the ship's landed. You get the distinct impression from most of the people that are looking up that not usually. This is not a common occurrence. They don't usually see ships land here in Onarin, but they probably see more small craft than they do spaceships, because small craft are going to be used occasionally to ferry product from. But this is 100% a farming community, and you kind of step off, and you can see that there is there's a small single-story wood building that has a large sign hanging over the front porch of this building that just says Mayor.
Pray a
All
special
right.
womb. Yeah. Let's
That's
go over
the one to
there.
speak to, probably.
Yeah.
This
So-
place is so desolate.
It is. Yes, I'm sure Xerxes like, ugh. He's like constantly wiping dust off of his clothes, and so you make your way over to the mayor's office, and you walk in, and once the last of you comes in, shortly behind you, 3 more people come in. And these 3 other people, before you even get a chance to ask for the mayor, who is sitting there, reclining in a chair, and he stands up to shake your hands, but these 3 other individuals come in right behind you. They were like, "Oh, are you with that ship that's parked out there?"
Yes.
Well, I'd like to think the ship is more with us, but yes.
So,
It's parked in the wrong space.
right, yeah, you can't park that here. uh,
Where's the pub?
so as far as where's the pub, and one of the 3 that came in after you, asking you if that was your ship, he says, "Oh, well, it's funny that you say that. We have a business opportunity that you might be interested in."
Well, we are businessmen.
We are listening.
And so the mayor says, "Oh yes, yes. Tell them about the business." And so these 3 individuals explain to you that, I guess, the town of Anarin and pretty much most of Condaria has relied on agricultural shipments being shipped, of course, to the Darian capital. And I mean, that's good, but the fact of the matter is that nobody on Condaria is getting wealthy from this. I mean, they're making a little bit above. They're making some profit, but it's just above what is needed in order for these farms to maintain themselves. And so these three individuals tell you that there's a town about 150 kilometers east of us that we've several of the farming communities have gotten together, and they have started to produce high quality spirits and fruit liquors.
Ooh.
And if you would like, if you would take these three individuals with you over to that town, if you allow us to radio ahead to make a call to our representatives in this town, if you take us over there with us, you can sample some of our product, and maybe you can make a little bit of a profit selling our goods, and maybe we can set up a regular thing.
That
Mind
sounds
read.
like a fine thing to do. Since you're in the spirit business, are you happen to be a collector of bottles?
Make a persuade. Your choice, either
Oh.
broker or persuade plus intellect.
I want to read their minds, see if they're full of shit.
Sure, you can go ahead and make a telepath plus psi check. That will take 60 seconds.
All right, here
Is
we
it
go.
normal, no modifier?
It would be your telepathy skill plus your psi modifier plus 2d.
All right, so I got a 6, which is really good considering I don't have the skill.
That's sham.
Yeah,
Well,
7. Right? Or, oh.
No, I got a 7. He rolled that telepathy shit. Made it even.
Hold on here.
So yeah, I got a 7, which is really good considering I don't have the skill.
So you're not able to pick up much information reading their surface thoughts. What you get is kind of a jumble of excited thoughts. Like their minds are going in multiple directions at once at this opportunity.
Okay.
Holger, you ask if any of them, they're like, no, we don't collect bottles. But one of the three asked the mayor if he can use his mobile comm, and the mayor says, "Oh, certainly." And so he calls over to the town. I assume that you guys are interested in flying over to this town and checking out their wares.
Why would we not
Yeah,
be?
we should try and see if they're interested in buying anything first, though. 'Cause
You
that
need
was
some
like
Yeah,
a
we're
main
already
reason
here,
we were
so-
here.
What,
See if
do you
they
need
want
some
one.
cobalt for your farm fields? How about some
Yeah, we
cobalt?
Cobalt for
Well,
your
not just cobalt. I mean, if you wouldn't mind, maybe take a quick cruise through our ship and see if you want anything. We've got set prices and they're non-negotiable because we're just here trying to spread our good cheer.
So they would be interested in common electronics and common industrial goods.
Oh, good.
Want to leave some
Cool.
samples?
Yeah, you can leave some
Yeah.
samples. Basically, these are small little bits and pieces of things, like it might be a sample of, like, here's a high end TL10 mobile comm. Here's whatever it is, Scandinavian perfume made on Narcel. I mean, they're samples of various goods. But
You don't want to know what I'm thinking right now for a sample.
yeah, right. Yes. So the common industrial good. Let me. Oh wait, maybe I put it in here already. I did. Pow. now we have access to this chart directly. So, common industrial goods. You've got 5 tons. They would be agreeable to the 10,000 per ton base price for the 5 tons of common industrial goods.
Then yeah, that's a deal.
The common electronics they would also be interested in at 20,000 per ton. So
Great.
So are we selling all 5 tons of each that we have?
Well, if they're interested and they're at least paying base price, I mean, I don't see why we shouldn't just ditch it off then.
yeah,
Yeah.
they are definitely interested. They'll for 5 tons of common industrial and 5 tons of common electronics, they'll pay you 150,000 credits.
Nice.
Yeah. Well,
Excellent.
thank you very much.
And so I mean,
Do we need
they're said well, we purchased from you. Come sample
Oh
our
fuck
liquors.
yeah, we were going to the village whether you bought from us or not.
So you
sir,
fly over, and by the time that you get and land at this other town, they have a whole little fair set up for you, waiting for you, and there is every imaginable kind of grain and fruit liquor that you could possibly imagine. And they've just got tables and tables and tables of this stuff set up, and they tell you, feel free, try as much as you like.
I'll try a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's not go crazy, but yeah, a little bit of sampling sounds good.
So they explained to you that recently
just enough to get ready to fly, you know. I'll walk around having a good time, you know.
So they tell you that that all of these farmers have, you know, as you're going and sampling the different types, they tell you that the farmers have recently begun their experimentation, and that all of these are high quality spirits, and that they are interested in exporting to interstellar markets. They are.
How much do they have?
Oh my God!
Different kinds are there?
According to this, there is, like, imagine if you went to a ale festival and drank every single one that's there twice. This is probably the length of of liquors that are available.
Wow.
Are they good?
Yeah.
That's the question first. I mean, you know, as we drinking around and taking shots and
So it says that the quality and the style of the individual drinks varies, but overall, there's a lot of potential here. Everybody can make a carouse plus endurance check.
Before I drink, I would like to know, would my character know if this is legal or illegal on this planet to be crafting alcohol?
That's a good question. Well, it would definitely be legal because they are exporting it, and there's really no laws on Condaria that are against liquor. But out of curiosity,
I roll a 3.
oh jeez,
I roll a 6.
4 and a 6.
I got a 7.
I wouldn't drink unless I knew it was safe because, you know, being the stick in the mud.
Yeah, they have no bans on alcohol.
Ooh.
They don't even have any bans on most drugs.
So no guns or armor, but
no guns or
the
armor. But they're a peaceful planet, but they have no issues with alcohol or drugs.
All right, so what was the check again? I guess I'll take a drink then.
I'm just
it would
imagining
be-
the drug dealers with pointy sticks or something. You know?
Right? Yeah, stop it or I'll throw a rock at you. It would be a carouse plus endurance check.
Well, I don't have carouse, so I'm just gonna do an endurance check then.
At -3.
At -3. I'm already at -1 without anything, so it's gonna be great. Fantastic.
Oof.
Yeah.
Oof.
So pretty
Oh,
much
no.
all of you are inebriated. Some more than others, evidently. Zerzy gets pretty tipsy. And Svart and Zerzy are both drunk and kind of hanging off each other's shoulders. And let's see, the least drunk among you looks like Holger. What did Casey get?
Casey got a 6.
Yeah, so,
I got a 7.
So Holger and Faye appear to be the least inebriated amongst you, but you are looking at this and you're seeing that there is some rather serious potential money to be made exporting these liquors.
Right. So the question I have is how many tons can you motherfuckers give us for 120,000 credits? And I'll slap the credits that they just gave us for the shit we sold right on the table.
So they
Yeah.
tell you their initial offers that they want 30,000 per ton.
It seems
Well, say you have a number and it's divisible by the number I've laid down. And that seems like a deal to me.
So you're only putting down 120,000?
Yeah.
Okay.
we're saving.
We're not going to haggle at all. We're doing them a huge favor because nobody's buying this stuff.
Yeah, I mean
I'm drunk as fuck.
you can
Well,
yeah.
I'm not. I have broker 1.
Yeah, go ahead
Well,
and make
broker
go
it.
ahead and make a broker.
I'll push him out of the way.
Go ahead and make
Like,
a
that sounds like a fucking deal to me.
go ahead and make a broker plus
Can I
intellect
buy a
check.
cargo for myself?
Sure,
like
if
it's-
you've got room.
I mean, I don't know if I have room, but I have money.
Well, if they're at 30K a ton, and we just ditched 10 tons, and I think we had 20 tons left over, so I'm thinking we got 30 tons.
Yeah, at
Uh,
30,000 per ton with laying down 120,000 ton, that's 4 tons of liquor,
Yeah, so
and you've got
we'd
space
like
for
that.
it. So what did Faye
Right,
get?
but
Evan.
So wait, it's a broker plus social check, is that right?
Broker plus intellect.
Plus intellect. Okay.
Yeah. That's
All
why
right.
it's 7 and
That makes sense.
8.
I was confused.
So they kind of talk amongst themselves, and what price is Faye asking for?
Oh, God. A lower
At least
one? I don't know what to
dude,
say.
25.
25K.
Yeah, they will definitely do 25,000 per ton.
All right.
But they seem especially excited by this. And one of them says, "Now, whatever deal we sign with you in selling this, you have to understand that we don't want any exclusivity clause."
Sure.
What's that mean?
Meaning that
Yeah,
they
that
want to be
means
able
they
to
can
sell to
somebody
other.
else.
They want to be able to sell to other merchants as well.
Oh,
Well, yeah,
okay.
they're in the middle of fucking nowhere. I don't have a problem with that.
Yeah, Smart's over there in a corner puking somewhere. Oh God, that's got to be awful. You're throwing up fruit liquor. Oh God.
Oh my God.
I'm gonna leave these Denebian bottles, of empty bottles here.
Okay.
Just gonna kind of lay them on the
Conveniently
table.
stashed
there.
them on an empty table.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
litter.
So-
our homeworld.
No, I mean, if we're all drinking, there's got to be trash barrels and shit, and
Okay,
you know,
fair enough.
I'm just gonna kind of take them and bury them in some trash, and
So for the
But, you know, getting rid of the
25,000 per
evidence.
ton, they will raise it up to an even 5 tons of their liquor.
All right, for the
Right.
120K that we got
Correct.
on selling the cargo that we took off. So there, yeah. We'll
Which
see.
We'll come
We'll
leaves
back.
see.
you with 30,000 profit that left over from your trading.
That seems
Do we
pretty
know
good.
if this is addictive or not?
Oh, nothing's addictive until you think about it, friend.
All right.
But
That's good advice.
Yeah.
what about flying fast with a lot of alcohol? Is that good?
Oh, yeah. That's pretty fun.
So, Faye, did you want to contact Magnus about this deal, or just take the deal and go with it?
Sure, I'll contact him because I don't know if we're like authorized to just do stuff or what the fuck.
Go
I'm not
ahead
sure what he
and
wants.
go ahead and roll 2D.
7 once again.
Okay, so Magnus kind of chuckles on the other end of the mobile comm, and he says, "Oh, no, that is great news. You and your friends did a very good job for Skander. But I recommend that you all spend the night there and sober up a bit before coming back in the morning, and make sure to finalize the deal in the morning."
Excellent. Okay, will do.
So you guys basically have shore leave until the morning. You can keep drinking or what? I mean, the town is perfectly happy to keep feeding you liquor.
Oof. You guys, you need to slow down. I don't want anybody to die.
So, I mean,
Yeah, I only
Did he-
have corral zeros, so this is not good.
I'm just, gonna sit and talk to the people and try to find, at least until stay up a little late, but not crazy late, and try to pick out my favorite flavors.
Holger, do you have any broker skills?
No,
Do you have admin?
ooh, I might have some of that. I do have an admin
Go ahead and make an admin plus intellect check.
plus intellect.
Ooh,
10.
here.
Nice.
So, throughout the rest of the night, Holger is kind of drinking and talking with these three guys. He's got a shot in each hand, and he's like just doing them one right after another. And you, in your drunkenness, you bring up that that there are import fees, and really Skander is kind of taking on the responsibility for a lot of those import tariffs and things like that. And you are able to talk them down to 20,000 per ton, bringing your total cargo to 6 tons of Kondarian liquor, and making it so that you are coming back with 40,000. Or no, you come back with 6 tons of Kondarian liquor and 30,000 credits in profit.
And
Nice.
I know our next destination, right?
You do. The next destination is Kardin, which is another know-nothing world. But you all know that Kardin is kind of special to the Sword Worlds, and it would be the reason why Magnus wants to create a market on Kardin. And the reason for that being is that the Sword Worlds has been wanting to use Kardin as a jumping off point to develop markets further into the Foreven sector.
Well, the reason I was asking is any of y'all would like to book passage to Kardin? We're headed that way, and we do have staterooms for lease.
You want them to afford staterooms.
He just got paid.
Go ahead and make a Make a persuade plus social check.
You're killing me. Plus social, you said? All right, here we go.
Yeah,
4.
no, they
Because I
are.
don't have the skill.
I mean,
So I
nobody here has any real desire to go off-world. So the average person that you are going to meet on any planet across charted space and probably beyond has never been off-world.
All right, well, there's still the
Wow.
chance that someone might want to go and asking. We have them, and that adds to our profit margin. And so,
So you, the following morning, you all wake up, and if you've ever gotten drunk on fruit liquor, you probably all have headaches. But you pretty much
hair of the dog.
you're all hung. Yes, you're all hungover. Do a couple of shots, get through it, bring you back up to baseline, and you head back to the town. And Holger, you can make a piloting spacecraft plus dexterity check.
To go at half speed now because we partied all night and I ain't got nothing to prove.
Have the stereo down
No.
real low so you can see better.
Yeah.
Yes.
No big
Oh,
bumps,
9.
please.
Yeah.
So yeah, Holger brings the shuttle in, and you are back aboard the Scander, and Magnus Sundstrom is very very pleased with your skills. Everybody can make another. Just roll 2d each person. Wow, Zerzi did really well.
Cool, thank you.
I rolled a 2.
Ugh.
8.
And I got 9.
Here, Holger also got a 10. And what did Faye get?
A 9.
A 9. And what about Casey?
Casey got 8.
Yeah. So the captain is pretty impressed with all of you. There really wasn't a whole lot of intelligence to get here, but you did well with trade. He's a little bit upset with not upset, but he's a little disappointed in Svart. Oh, you should pay more attention to your crewmate. He's young and new to this sort of thing. But shortly they are ready for he's ready for liftoff. We're going to get this show on the road and head to Kardin. Holger can make another piloting spacecraft plus dex check. Somebody can make a astrogation check.
Is that you?
It's usually older also.
Oh, okay.
Nice. So
10 and 10.
Holger lifts off, and once you set a course for the 10 diameter jump limit, Holger sets the computer, start crunching the calculations. Who's going to make an engineering power check?
I mean, me. So that's 10.
Okay, so you transfer power, and finally, somebody can make a engineering J drive plus intellect check. You got a plus 1 to that.
Plus 1. Okay. That is also 10.
Okay. The Scander jumps for Kardin. Show where you are at on the map. 2-parsec jump to Kardin. What are you studying? What are you doing in jump space? Holger, what are you doing?
I'm going to continue. What was I studying? I was studying Persuade. I'll move to 3 weeks in that if that's okay.
You certainly can.
Because not having that skill's been licking my ass.
Yeah, Persuade's a pretty important one on a trade mission. What about Xerxes?
Still working on my diplomacy.
Okay. You spend some more time in front of the mirror, orating. Zvart.
I'm studying comms
Okay.
after I get my stomach settled.
Okay. Yes.
I'm eating Melba toast.
Yes, Melba toast. Yes. Melba toast and Gatorade. Faye.
I'm improving my deception skills.
Okay.
So
So you're continuing to go around the ship telling tall tales. And what about Casey?
I'm going to continue to learn how to carouse, which would have been handy last week.
Yes. So on your journey, the crew for the most part is impressed with a lot of you because of course Magnus has let it be known. He didn't announce it, but he has placed the little rumor amongst the proper people to spread it around the ship's crew that you guys came back with a 30,000 credit profit and 6 tons of Condarian liquor to sell in other markets, and that he's quite pleased with you on the whole. So this, of course, makes the crew pretty excited because, you know, at the end of this entire journey, not only are you going to get your sign-on bonus again, but you're going to, and your pay, but you're also going to get a 5%. Everybody gets a 5% share of the profits, and so you guys are bringing in extra profits, and so that makes the entire crew happy. A week goes by, pretty much nothing out of the ordinary happens. Probably takes you guys a day or two to get over your hangovers from all that fruit liquor. And you come out in Kardin. Another system full of worlds. I don't know. That doesn't seem right. Did I screw that up? No, I didn't. No, I did not. I did not screw it up. So Kardin, there's a lot of worlds here, but there's no gas giants. There are planetoids, lots of icy matter in the planetoids, if you want to spend that kind of time cracking water for hydrogen. But of course, Kardin itself has a downport. Interesting. So it is another planet around 8,000 kilometers in diameter with a 0.45 g gravity. Thin atmosphere of 0.43 to 0.7 pressure, but no need for a filter. It's a shirt sleeves environment. Only about 26-35% water. They do have a few small seas and oceans. Population. The population is sparse. So most of the settlements on Kardin only have about 40 people, and their largest settlement is a small island in what is called the Organi Sea. And the Organi Sea, and I will show you. This is their island home. Pretty much this little island is just covered in farms, and it has a population of about 40 people. The entire official population live in the rudimentary starport. They also have a Class E starport, so there is a bit of a... wow, your camera is wigging out, Glenn.
Kind of cool looking.
I was
Yeah,
just going to take a picture of it and send it in the chat and tell them that you might want to.
there you go. Looked like a loose cable. So most of their population lives in the the unofficial starport, which consists of flattened section of ground for the ship to land, and usually any ships that do come through here are headed for Rajet or Bularia, but Kardin sees very little traffic, and like I said, Magnus wants to kind of set up something here, so that they can hopefully make Kardin a jumping off point for future trade missions from Narsil into the Foreven sector. Holger, you can make a piloting spacecraft plus dex check to land on this shitty little slab of rock. Excellent.
10.
So Holger once again makes it look easy and sets it down. He basically during their docking here, Magnus tells you, he says, we're only here to take on water and have our systems crack it for hydrogen and oxygen. Beyond that, I don't expect there to be much to be gained here, but feel free. You've got some shore leave. You can go about the small town as it is and see what you can find.
Nice.
Let's go.
Sounds like we're going out on the town. I'm definitely going to bring Faye with her broker skills that we seem to have not known about till today.
I didn't make a big deal out of it, but yeah.
Give me 1 second. I'll be right back.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah. You oughta. You are the one that sells our shit, man.
It's pretty hard when you don't have broker skill in real life and your character does. It's like very hard to guess what they would say. But I'll do my best.
If you roll real high on it, they'll probably buy these fucking stupid sweet liquors for $30K or up.
We'll decimate their small town society with alcoholism. That's what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Bring 6 tons of alcohol. There's 40 people here.
Yeah.
I think one ton would be sufficient. Can you sell 1 ton?
If you don't buy it, we're gonna fucking do an orbital bombardment upon your fucking settlement, ruin your atmosphere. All your people will die.
Gonna drop a huge rock right there.
Yeah.
Oh man. What planet is this again? I don't remember. Kardin. Okay.
Kardin, yeah. I mean, he's got like 10 or 20 stops lined up for us, I think.
Are there any seafarers here? Is there anything to do on the ocean? I'm curious.
Do we have any concrete we could get them to use for their spaceport?
Ah, yes.
I don't know.
Yeah, we could trade.
You probably do,
some...
yeah. That's probably part of the raw materials.
Something in chat.
Right there.
We're supposed to make this place some usable planet for cross. They need a place to. You're gonna need a place to land.
We've got enough cobalt. We could do it with the cobalt.
The cobalt landing. For some reason, that sounds like a terrible idea. That doesn't sound environmentally sound at all. So
No.
everybody can make a recon plus intellect check.
Damn.
Let's see.
10.
Recon.
Yeah.
If I don't have recon, oh, I do have recon actually.
Yeah, anytime, if you don't have at least a 0 in a skill and you roll for it, you're at a -3. Unless you have
Okay.
Jack of all trades, in which case, then that can offset it.
I
got
actually
8.
have. Oh, I actually got a +1.
That's a new
Right,
change.
right.
Oh, and Svart got it. And Zuri got
I
it.
mean, I have an 11 intellect.
Well, that's pretty
What
good.
did you get?
I got 12.
Oh wow. Jeez.
What did Faye get?
Well, I got 8.
So so all of you got it. Faye got it as well. You notice that there is another slab that a ship is docked on, and it is also a beat up old merchant cruiser. It's It's not as big as Skander is, but it's a well, I can tell you exactly what it is. I don't know why I didn't think of that. And it's funny because I had this book open earlier.
Well, we definitely need to go trading.
They want to buy some booze.
How do they feel about their alcohol level intake? Is it really
about
up
some-
to par with a good merchant?
How about some cobalt?
Anybody want to buy cobalt? He's just gonna keep trying.
Well, let me check. I'm going to check the melting point for cobalt.
So you do see this other ship, and like I said, it is much smaller. It's only about 400 tons.
Hmm.
And I'll show you what it looks like. And you've seen these before. They're a pretty common design.
Well, cobalt has a melting temperature of 1500 degrees Celsius, so you could make a landing pad.
You
out
could,
of
yeah.
it.
I mean, even chemical rockets would probably be okay with that.
Mhm.
You're not gonna.
Oh my god, if you guys haven't watched it yet, my wife and I binged Murderbot, the entire first season last night. That show's hilarious. If you have not watched it, you need to see it.
Murder bot.
It's on Apple Plus, and the entire show revolves around this guy who is a security bot, and but he hacks his governor chip, so he doesn't technically have to do what anybody tells him to anymore. But if anybody finds out, then they'll melt him down. And the whole thing is that all he wants to do is be left alone so he can watch his science fiction soap operas. So every time that somebody is like doing something else, he's just sitting there zoning out watching TV. And he's downloaded like 500 gigabytes of TV shows, like 900 seasons of this one show. It's hilarious. It's like, damn stupid humans, all I want to do is sit and be left alone to watch my shows. So this is the ship that is parked on this other landing pad. And you can see that there's some crew that are coming and going. They seem to be making a few light, maintenance situations. I mean, it looks like it's called Tramp Freighter. It looks definitely far more beat up even than Skander does, keeping in mind that Skander just came out of a refit. So, this ship's seen some things. But you see that it's on the other landing pad.
Oh, I'll go over there. Anybody want to go with me? They can. I'll be wearing my cloth armor with the body cam on and a stoolie just in my holster there.
Sure. I don't. Yeah, law level here is only like 3, so I think you're okay.
Wait.
What does 3 say? 3. No military weapons and flak armor is banned.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
That's
you guys
just
should be fine.
casual wear.
Yeah. You guys are fine. You can wear whatever you like, and you if you're not, unless you're carrying like a full auto Gauss weapon or like a ACR, you're probably fine.
Damn, I can't bring my ACR.
Well, that is technically a military weapon.
Yeah.
Well,
So
I'll just have to bring my long blade and my dagger.
there you go. So who all's going over to this tramp merchant?
I'm gonna look
I
for
thought
the
I'd
group of us.
mosey over and see if they want to buy a ton of booze.
Yeah, I think we're all going. Sounds like.
Okay, so you head on
I'm
over,
staying.
and the coming down off of the cargo ramp, you see this individual wearing kind of a long, obviously like a mesh coat, almost not quite protect suit, but it's like a duster that is obviously some mild armor. Okay, so Xerxes looking for Kurt Havas, is that okay?
Yeah.
So you guys are approaching the ship, and the guy kind of hops down off the cargo ramp, and he kind of waves to you. He says, welcome to the Methvane. Do you care to do some trading?"
Of course.
Well,
Some cobalt. We'll sell you cobalt.
Let's,
make a persuade plus intellect check.
well, let Cameron do her broker check. Don't try to mess it up if you don't have the skills.
I don't have the skills. My brokers does not exist.
Should I roll broker? And
Well, what are we?
Yeah,
are we talking about
he lets you come in, and you note that most of the cargo hold of this ship, I mean
It's already.
it's pretty.
It's already.
For a 400-ton merchant or tramp merchant, it's got 200 tons of cargo space. So I mean, pretty much everything, pretty much 2/3 of this entire ship is empty cargo space. And he brings you up in, but you notice that there's maybe only about 20 tons worth of cargo sitting here. And he says, "Oh well, you know, I've done some trading, and this is kind of the stuff that I've got left." And it amounts to, let's see. Well, I will let you do the roll. Roll 2 6-sided dice. You're not adding them together.
a 1 and a 3.
So a 13. He's got some common manufactured goods. He has... Wow. So I guess there's more than 20 tons. He's got 110 tons of these common manufactured goods. Basically, these amount to household appliances. He's got some clothing. He's got some basic electronics that you would use around your house. For instance, okay, that's what I wanted. There we go. Home comforts. He does have a tech level 9, or no, he's got a tech level 10 auto chef. He's got an auto bar, clothing consultants, auto laundry, a flash tray. He's got an entire crate of flash trays. Just a number of things that are available for sale.
Is he looking to get more inventory? Oh.
He says, "Well, what do you have? What do you have for sale?"
What do we have for sale?
Everything, including
We
cobalt.
got that alcohol. We got cobalt.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
those are
we
the two
have-
things I know, but we
you've
gotta have
got-
something else, right?
you have a bunch of
We got a bunch of shit.
yeah. There's a
Yes.
whole. Oh wait, there might. Hold on.
There it is.
We sold 5 tons of 2 things at the last Planet, so
Yeah, Scander cargo. Here you go. This is the standard manifest that is currently aboard Scander. In addition to that, you've got 80 tons of cobalt with 85% purity, and 6 tons of Condarian liquor.
Yeah, what's this guy
No.
looking for? Any of the things we're carrying, or not really?
Go ahead and make a broker plus intellect check.
Oh, damn it! I got snake eyes. So 3.
Uh,
So he says, yeah, I don't know that I'd be able to turn any of that around. He says, however, he goes, and you'll probably need to, get permission from your captain. But he says, there's this other planet in system. What's the name of that world? Instev. They have a small colony over there. I imagine that they'd be willing to buy some of that Kandarian liquor that you've got, and they'd probably be willing to purchase a bunch of electronic goods. I was going to head over there to see if I couldn't offload some of my stuff. If you wanted to, you could certainly come along with me while your ship
Well,
is
that
fueling
sounds
up.
great. Yeah. Does anybody have a problem with it?
Um, we could take our shuttle too if he wanted just to meet over there. I mean,
Yeah, we need to bring the stuff that we have to show them,
Yeah.
right?
why don't we just bring our shuttle and we'll fly together. That way we don't have to load a bunch of stuff on your ship and everything else. Because we got 60 tons of space on that shuttle. It
Sure.
you're welcome to take our shuttle with us if you want to use your contacts. But I mean that kind of leaves your ship stranded here. I don't know if that's a wise decision.
Yeah, no, you can certainly travel on your own over there. Hold on a second. Let me. I have a question.
So
about
then if that's-
Scander.
Yeah. And if that's the case, we can take, a 5 tons of each of our goods with us, as well as,
5 tons of cobalt and 2 tons of booze.
take all the booze, right?
You could.
So you guys go back to Scander and start loading up your shuttle with all of the stuff that you want to take. Zerzi, you are able to find Kurt Avos. What are you doing with Kurt?
I'll just see if I can get him in a relatively alone place and be like, hey, how have you been?
He says, he's as usual. You find him in the cargo hold this time, and he's just appears to be reading. And every once in a while, you see him look up over what he's reading and kind of watch what the crew are doing. The doors to the cargo bay are open currently. And, in case anybody out of the 40 people that live here may want to buy something, again, Magnus doesn't have a whole lot of high hopes for that. But he's just kind of watching the rest of the crew and reading. And he looks up and he says, not doing a whole lot. Doesn't seem like there's much to do on this planet.
Well, knowing the kind of person that you are, I'm sure there's always things you can do. Have you seen or heard anything noteworthy lately?
Make a persuasion plus intellect check.
Social or intellect?
You can make it. You can make persuasion plus social. So he He says, well, he says, what kind of things are you looking for? I mean, what are you, what exactly are you pointing at here?
Well, I mean, I know there's a lot of crew on here, and everyone has aspirations and secrets and hidden knowledge and anything else. See if anything
Please get
interesting
down.
has popped up on your radar lately.
He says, not particularly. He says, most of the crew are pretty they're pretty normal for what you would expect for this kind of cruise. Says, they're old hand spacers, or they're either old hand spacers or they're exceptionally young, and this is the first time they've ever done any of this. Says, I find that Lucas Sorensen kind of stands out, with his poems and his epics that he recites in the common areas. And he says, and Anna McKinnon, she seems like she's a quality engineer and mechanic. He says, aside from that, he goes, I haven't really picked up a whole lot on anybody else. He says, I find Magnus to be quite interesting.
What do you find about the people I usually go on away missions with? Anything about them?
He says, it seems that those individuals, and yourself included, have the probably the most interesting part. You seem to, if there's nothing to be done or found, you tend to find a way to do it yourselves.
Well, if you happen to hear or see anything of note, just leave me a message in my estate or come talk to me privately.
He says, "Oh, certainly." And as you're kind of finishing up the conversation, you see the rest of these guys coming over. They're loading stuff. Are you guys gonna let Zerzi in on what you're doing?
Yeah.
Yeah, would you like to join us on our trip?
Is it
We're
another
going to-
small outpost?
We're gonna
Yeah.
sell some booze.
That's right.
Yeah.
Well,
Taking a booze cruise. Not really.
maybe there'll be someone interesting there.
Yeah.
Well, we're going with this trader guy that we met. He's gonna escort us over in his little ship. That ship right over there.
Yeah, it's the meth vein.
Yeah, the meth vein.
So back aboard one of the two shuttles, you go, and Holger, you can make a piloting small craft plus dex check.
I'll do it. Let's see. Oh, small craft. Here we go.
Okay. So you take it up, and you've got what you're taking with you. 60 tons worth of stuff, 6 of which is liquor, and you make it out into the main Kardin system. Now, Inslov is down here. It is, not too far of a trip. I mean, you're still probably at what is this, thrust 4?
Yeah.
At thrust 4, you're probably still looking at about a 6 to 8 hour journey. But Skander's going to be cracking water for at least that long.
Hmm.
Let me, I know where you are at. There's the Skander shuttle. Wow, that's fucking tiny. You pass over this world, who wants to make an electronic sensors plus intellect check?
I will do it. 5. Damn it.
Well, you still are able to get some of the data on this world. Most of this planet is taken up with shallow seas. See here. And the one, Cockpel, or Cockpel, is the one major, what they're calling a continent. It's really not much bigger than a large island would be considered on other worlds. And the one population center on this Cockpel, there's one population center that consists of maybe 100 people. When he said that there was a small colony there, he wasn't lying. And you can see that the Mathvane descends and heads for the population center here on Cockpel. Everybody can make a Recon plus Intellect check.
6.
11.
Ooh,
15.
Olger nailed it.
Damn.
I got 8.
Okay, so Holger, the shuttle, as you're kind of coming into the atmosphere, starts to shimmy and shake a little bit, and you noticed on your readings that there is some serious malfunctions going on with the maneuver drive. Zerzi, you notice Zerzi and Svart, and Casey, you note that a small fire has broken out in the maneuver drive and is causing some major concerns.
I have a mechanic skill. I could probably take a look at it.
Okay, go ahead and make a.
I was about to say, I sure hope you fucking would.
Yeah.
Go ahead and make a mechanic plus
Really
intellect
great.
check.
I can mechanic, but it's not going to be very good.
And
You got a 10?
yeah.
Okay. And Holger, you can make a piloting plus dex check, and you get a +1 to that.
All right. This is a small craft. Here we go. So 9.
So you barely are able to hold the ship in position, and alarms are starting to go off. The shuttle is going down, but you are able to keep it leveled out enough that you are able to bring her down somewhere on Cockpel. There is a rough landing. Everybody can make an athletics dex check. If you don't, this is one of those skills that the -3 doesn't apply. If you don't have athletics dex, you can just roll 2d and add your dex score to it.
A 12.
Holger
I
got
rocked
a
it.
10.
6.
I got a 4.
Ooh.
I got
I'm
6.
old.
Oh no. So if you got less than an 8, everybody who got less than an 8 takes 2 points of endurance damage in the crash.
So does that go under temp or?
No, it would just be temporarily deducted from your endurance until somebody either performs first aid on you, or you basically get 1 point back per day of rest.
Okay.
Does anybody know first aid?
Let's see. I think Zerzi is a medic.
I've got
dabbled
some
in medic.
rudimentary. Yeah, I've got rudimentary medic skills. I'm trained in it.
You could
I
try
also
then.
have a med kit.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that's gonna help.
Excellent. So then my question is on the med kit. What tech level?
TL
Yeah,
rating?
what tech level
Yeah.
is it?
Tier 10.
TL10 will give a +1 to any medic check. So if you want, whoever wants to conduct first aid can make a medic plus intellect check, and you get a +1 to that.
Should I?
I mean, if you
do it
have,
then?
yeah, if you got that education and shit, I'm not hurt at all. I'm thinking I'm gonna go and look at Casey and tell him to make the ship fly.
Am I able to do it on myself?
Yeah, you can do it to yourself.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, and Svart's got
I
medic
can
0.
take a look at the maneuver drive once
I did horrible.
Oof.
calm down.
So yeah, you're not able to heal yourself. Svart, if you've got a Tail 10 med kit, you can make a medic plus intellect or education check. You get a +1 to that.
Hey.
Okay, so you
Nice.
able to relocate your dislocated parts and fix them up. Did anybody else take damage?
I did.
So yeah, whoever wants to can perform first aid on Casey.
And if your endurance gets to 0, does that mean you're dead or?
You're unconscious.
Okay, mine's at 2 right now.
If all 3 of your physical stats, so after your endurance goes to 0, you then have any further damage that you take. You have the choice to take it off of either strength or dexterity. If one of those goes to 0 as well as endurance, you're no, at 0 endurance you're not unconscious. If either strength and endurance or dex and endurance both go to 0, then you're unconscious. And if all 3 go to 0, then you're dead.
Yeah.
So I guess I'm just laying there with a med kit, unable to help myself.
You're like, ow, I hurt.
I have does a TL10 kit give any
It gives
pluses?
it gives a +1.
All right, so I got a 7 trying to stabilize Casey if he needs it. I don't know.
Yeah,
Just trying to stop him from bleeding more than anything else.
Yeah,
If he's bleeding.
you slap a bandage on him, but it doesn't really do much for him. Casey,
Yeah.
you can make a engineering M drive check.
Okay. Let's see. Hey guys.
Ugh. The M drive is kaput. The ship is going to be needing some major repairs, and it is not currently space worthy.
We should radio the
Captain.
captain.
Yeah.
Someone
Yeah.
please help me. I can heal you if you help me.
The diplomat, please help.
I don't. I'm afraid by the rules. I mean, I'll fuck around and hurt you if I roll bad.
Yeah, you can only take more damage if you badly fuck up a surgery.
Yeah.
There's no need for
Okay.
surgery at this point. You're putting on splints and Hello Kitty band-aids.
Yeah. I mean, we need to try to radio in and see if we can do that. If not,
No.
yeah.
Who wants to make a electronics comms plus intellect or education check?
I could try. If nobody else, everybody else is hurt, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll try. Okay, I got 8.
Okay, so you get a message off, but there's like a 7-hour delay between
Yeah.
here and Kardin. So you're going to be waiting for a while.
All
Right
right.
on.
Looking
If-
outside, this is what you see where you have crashed.
Wow, it's pretty.
Let's go ahead and get everybody's cold weather gear out and any kind of survival stuff. If we need to leave the ship, let's get all our stuff ready so we can quickly be able to deal with the elements as best we can.
I think we should warm up around the M drive fire.
Yes.
I'd like to try to investigate the M drive area and all that, and see if I could see signs of sabotage or anything.
Sure, go ahead and make an investigate plus intellect check.
All right. How about that?
Okay. You don't find any signs of sabotage. It looks like there was a malfunctioning part that it wouldn't have shown up on any of the diagnostics. It just went bad.
All right. Making sure that I document this with my body cam.
Okay. So Zerzy is putting on his hostile environment suit, taking stock of what you have. Somebody can make a electronics computer plus intellect or education check.
I should do that. Ow, I got 12.
Okay, so from the computer, you are able to pull out a map of this continent.
Can we tell where we are on this map?
Yeah, you are up here on this point, and where you wanted to be is down here on 9. Now the problem is that all of this land between these 2 points is all marshy, cold, wet travel. There is, of course, this mountain pass up here that you can bypass a lot of that and come down the other side. But that is the general location of where you are currently at.
Is there like a raft or anything we could take on the water? And if so, is the water choppy and dangerous?
So there is a small personal survival kit. Let's see here.
I don't think we should leave until we have to, though.
Yeah.
There is one for each of you. Hold on here. Survival kit. This is the contents of the personal survival kit.
I have a survival kit as well,
Okay.
and a medical kit, and a forensics kit.
Yeah. And there's no way we can repair this.
No, you're gonna need at most it needs to be put into a docking cradle.
Well,
Food
I
bars.
guess we should go ahead and start unstrapping the cargo and prepare to transfer it to another place.
Everybody
for
should
when the-
patch themselves up first. We need to roll until we succeed at a first aid check. That's what
Yes.
happened.
Yes.
It hurts pretty badly.
These
Well,
are
I could try first aid on somebody if you fucking want, but
these are the prepackaged survival meals. You have advanced TL10 storable meals. These are basically MREs that are part of the personal survival kits.
Great.
Oh,
It's better
man.
than I
So,
expected.
Oh man, I got spaghetti.
I guess I'm gonna try to do first aid on Xerxes since he's fucked up.
Can I do it again?
Yeah,
Can I do it again?
yeah. You guys can do it. You can do it again on whoever. Oh, there you go.
I got an 11.
Okay, so
And I guess +1 because of the TL10 med kit.
and so
that's 12.
you are healed up from the 2 endurance that you lost, Zerzy. I think both Svart and Holger are still injured.
I'm not hurt at all.
No, I got.
Oh, or not Holger. I'm sorry, Casey and Svart.
Yeah.
No, I fixed.
Okay,
I fixed myself.
you want to
It's just
do
Casey?
first aid on Casey?
Yeah, I can do that. I can try to do that.
Thank you,
Alright.
Holger.
There you go.
How about an 11?
Thanks, Smart.
So you get Casey bandaged up and stitched.
Mm.
You guys are back to nominal. And so this is where we're going to break. We will be back in 2 weeks to see how you go about getting unstranded.
Excellent.
Right.
Well,
My
Sounds
survival
fun.
kit. My survival kit has fire starting, blankets, 4 days of food, water bottle,
Nice.
water purification.
Yeah, I like how this one says it has 1 week supply of unpleasant, dried, and preserved rations.
Yeah.
Mmm.
It's just
Unpleasant.
it's just a pack of beef jerky.
Yeah,
it's like really
but
bland.
it's
Yeah.
unseasoned beef jerky.
Yeah.
Yes.
we
There
bought
you
your
go.
survival kit, but we didn't want to spend too much money on it.
No salt.
I mean, we do
No
have 6
salt.
tons of booze to make a hell of a bonfire.
That's
for
true.
me.
You got plenty of booze. All right, so
All
we're
right.
leaving on a bit of a cliffhanger. We'll pick this back up in 2 weeks
Yeah.
and see how you guys go about getting back to civilization.
All right. Well,
Thanks
good
so
night.
much. See you then.
All right,
Thank
have a
you.
good night, guys.